Yo, what's the business? It's your local neighborhood super rig off in this thing. It's Friday night. It's 7 p.m. You know what time it is. Struggle strain. Yeah. Shout out to the culture crew. You know what I'm saying? We hoping this motherfucking damn audio work tonight, man. If it don't, though, please don't click off. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Struggle strain. Struggle strain. Struggle strain. Struggle strain. Struggle strain. Struggle strain. Every Friday night, 7 p.m. is the struggle strain. Every Friday night, 7 p.m. it is the struggle strain. Brisk and super rig, we try our best, but we still struggle, man. Last week was the video, 1 week was the audio. One time YouTube kicked us off cause super internet was slow. Sometimes super disappear because his camera battery low. And sometimes Brissa disappear, he got a date, he gotta go. We appreciate the game cause y'all never ever complain. Always coming back every Friday for that. Struggle strain, struggle strain. Struggle strain, struggle strain. Struggle strain, struggle strain. Every Friday night, 7 p.m. is the struggle strain. Thank y'all for tuning in. We really appreciate y'all. Once again, hit that like and subscribe off in this thing. You know what I'm saying? And we hope you enjoy the show. Hopefully, Super Rig camera don't shut off. And the shit don't freeze up, or damn Briss ain't gotta go work. Y'all know what the business is.
Please, brother, please, brother, please. Thank you.
What's good, bro? You know, it's always a good ass day when you wake up alive, man. And I don't even. I got a heavy heart today. I just found out somebody I went to graduate from high school with Patrick today. So it is a good day when you wake up alive because tomorrow is not promised. Yeah. My bad for that because I wouldn't expect, like, I literally, like, I'm talking about literally just saw that, like, as we were jumping on, I was like, damn. So my bad. Uh,
Oh, okay, that's where it happened.
Why the fuck? All right, there we go. Y'all should hear me now.
Apparently, it's going in the chat. They're saying you missed a type of sleep.
No, that's why. That's why I had after getting turned up. That was because it's so many different sleeps. It's the hungover sleep, it's the alcohol sleep. Of course, it's the marijuana sleep. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it's after crack smoking sleep. I don't think that even occur. But yeah, hey, and I got everything else set up right now. So we got a new struggler. Oni Ver is and please forgive me if I mispronounced it, but welcome to the struggle. Welcome to the struggle. We appreciate you. Yeah, but what I was saying earlier, I wasn't laughing at, you know, his issue. Is just, you know, I had something funny to say after he said, you know, the everyday. I had something pre-planned for the when you wake up every day, and then he just came with something to I was like, damn, I can't. But yeah, condolences to your boy and stuff on some serious stuff. Welcome to the struggle, y'all. For all the OGs, if you go, or all the newbies, please go to the video description. If you see something pop up right here, you can type in LOL, LAMO, and a couple of other words. If you want to see the full list of words, so you can make what kind of emotion you want known to the world, go to the description. It's got the whole list of words. It's more than just laughing emojis. We got all sorts of emojis in there. Just type the word in the chat. It's all lowercase, but if you want the full list, go in the description and join the fun. Omar Pena in the house. He's starting off early. What's the business? OG Omar, hold on, let's see. Appreciate you on that super chat. Damn, I forgot about that after whooping sleep. And then after whooping sleep, boy.
That was it. Oh, when the last time you got a whooping? I sure forgot about that.
I forgot about it after whooping sleep, cause after the whooping you spend a good 15 minutes wishing death on your mama, and then you finally go to sleep after that. You go to sleep wishing death. So yeah, I wish their car had hit you the other day. So yeah.
Man, that's what's wild about that is my mom actually tried to whoop me like 11 years ago. And I say that I remember my daughter was brand new, just born, and my mom came to my house to visit, and I forgot what going on with myself. I was cussing. She was like, "Boy, you better stop all that cussing." I was like, "You can't. I pay bills. I pay bills. You heard?"
Yeah.
And she pulled out. It's actually a video of it. My kids love watching that video.
Yep. Yeah, we gonna need you to go on and provide that footage soon as possible.
I'm happy to pull it up. They love watching that video.
Yeah, and you got to realize we is in our 40s, so it makes it even more hilarious. He almost got a 30-year-old getting an ass whooping, pure hilarity. And Mama Britt, she is a small little piece of leather, but she well put together. It would have been hilarious trying to see see that going down. Let's see who all in the house, man. See what OGs is in the house real quick. Eddie Ward, what's the business? OG, triple OG. I'm probably gonna chill out on the sound. So many other sound effects. I'm gonna only use them for whatchamacallit, because it make editing a little crazy. Oh yeah, and also we about to start. You about to catch us on the Spotify's of it all, the Amazons and other podcast places. But only certain. So only certain episodes and stuff, not everything, and certain topics and stuff. So
you telling me we're gonna be talking about pizza parties on Spotify?
I didn't think about that. I got some episodes I gotta take down, you guys. I forgot just how crazy we get on. Actually, that's the safer place to say it, because ain't no face assigned to it. Because I'm telling you, that's gonna come back. Watch, all the people that really ain't about that pizza party life, when it really happened, that's when everybody gonna come attack me. You know, with somebody that was wishing for this, and I'm gonna be over here eating my pizza like, wait, I'm canceled. People said they want the pizza party. Oh well, it was nice while it lasted. I knew y'all wasn't ready for the real shit. Yum. That's how this shit gonna go. What's the business? What's up, Helen? What's up, Adam Barrett? The survey misweed. Oh yeah, I already acknowledged that. And currently at 69 votes, the best kind of sleep after good sex is winning at 49%. After a big meal, 38%. After turning up, like I said, after turning up is all illegal substances, all legal substances, alcohol, your drug of choice. Turning up, you might like to fight people. You could fall asleep, take a good nap after you beat somebody's ass or something, or get a whooping, or got your ass beat. One of the two. There. And then road trip. And what's included in road trip is also taking flights, because I get my best sleep taking a flight. Oh boy, you talking about instant sleep when I'm taking a flight. We also got. Oh no, what you was gonna say?
I was gonna say you can't get wake up after ass whooping. That's some good sleep too. I remember the police beat me up. I woke up outside of Club Society in St. Louis, and I was fresh. I was like, damn, I didn't even know I was about to go to sleep right there.
Like, whew. I might need to thank them for our press charges. We also got a new member in the house. All right, I always get these kind of words
We the struggle stream. We struggle with the names too.
where it get the A and the I. Is it
Lena,
Laina? Laina Bania Lena Bana? Is it Lena Bana? Anyway, welcome to the damn struggle. Welcome. You hit that back of the you hit the membership. It is Punch and Pie back there. You scroll down further enough, you will see some Punch and Pie. I shall update the Punch and Pie probably once a month off in this thing. Who else off in this thing? Let me see before we get started. Teresa Kimbrough, yeah, we start early. Everybody going live today, so we got to get in where we fit in. Kanye running his mouth. We gonna fit a couple of stories in. But see, the whole thing about the Kanye stuff, and I think he dropped his new album too. All of this was just a rollout, basically.
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
I ain't gonna lie, you heard what he said about Beyonce and Jay-Z?
And about the kids, I read that literally about 20 minutes before I jumped on here. I was like, bro.
And this is the thing, folks gonna be lying. I'm thinking only the Beehive and shit, or the Bayhive is the only motherfuckers who really read it and was upset. Cause you know how you read something, you can't believe you reading it, and by the time it registered what you read, you already laughed. You like, God damn, what the fuck? Hey, this nigga real.
And not only was I laughing, I was like, I damn sure not have seen that. I have not seen his other kids.
And he has shined the light. Now I'm like, before I condemn him, I need to see if it's accurate. Because I remember Rod Kids had came out and stuff, and they was like, you know, she be drinking and stuff, and they was saying her babies is. And this is another thing, people, please don't get offended. If a kid look how a kid look, that's just how they look. Ain't nobody judging the kid, but we can't judge how a kid look. I was ugly as a baby. I was a very ugly child as a baby. My homeboy would make sure he pointed that out every time he visited my house. Like, damn, he was an ugly baby, nigga. I was like, this is true, I was, but I grew into my looks. It wasn't for too long and shit. You know what I'm saying? People take too much offense talking about kids off limit. If the kid look weird, the kid look weird. It ain't like it, unless you saying it directly to the child. Like, it's bad when you saying, hey little boy, how you doing? You sure are a weird looking kid. I just want you to know that. All right, you go have a good day. That's when it's bad. But if it's amongst us, you be like, hey man, hey, you seen Lorraine, baby?
You know what the code word is?
What's that?
The old lady go see a baby. Bless his heart.
Bless that baby.
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. Oh my gosh. Bless his. See, he's so
precious.
He's so precious. Oh, baby's a blessing, ain't they? When it's a cute baby, everybody be like, "Oh my gosh, give me that baby. That baby's so cute. Give me that baby." And as usual, guess who got an episode talking about an ugly baby? Seinfeld. Yes, it's an episode where the baby was so ugly that Elaine was speechless when she seen that baby. She looked at it and she said everybody was speechless when they went and looked at the baby and stuff. So yeah, man. We might count this as the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because really, to be honest, all this Kanye saying all this crazy stuff was just an album rollout. And he's saying so much shit to where it's losing its meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point to where it's like he can say whatever and people just gonna be like, he just talking to be talking. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, you know but I ain't gonna lie. I wonder how all right, that's coming from our point of view, right? I'm pretty sure Jay-Z and Beyonce are very upset at this moment though. Like they don't album roll out or not. However, how mad can Jay-Z be? That nigga literally got on stage a very long time ago. It's like, yeah, Jay-Z, don't send your killers out to kill me. Don't send them out to kill me, Jay-Z, for just speaking my mind. Oh, damn it.
The camera, because he did it again. He said it again in the tweets today. Well, I thought I saw some messages where he was talking about JV, don't kill me.
Yeah.
If he do, don't be mad at him. He was going off today. That's all I know. He was wild.
Yeah, man. So it's like, dude, you know, it's what the hell? I thought the camera was going to come back on. Hold on.
Tree still said Jay already responded. I didn't know he responded to that.
Word. All right, we about to look into that. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this Kanye shit because, like I said, it's just an album rollout and shit. I think the album done dropped. We go double check that. Let's see who else in the house real quick before we get started. Say what's up to the OGs. What's up, Al's in the house? Hey. Eddie Ward said, after crack sleep involves X-rated activity and holding cells. That sounds about right. That's what I would assume after crack activities. I'm not gonna ask you how you know that, Eddie. We respect people's privacy around here. Billie Jean, what's the business? Miss Lachelle, what's up, OG? Said, I used to go to sleep before my whooping thinking my mom would forget. She would hit me with the don't I owe you some? Goddamn, not the...
Damn, hey, that's the worst.
hey, immediate, I ain't gonna lie. In my brain, I would be like, I would want to say something like, I demand my whooping right now. But you didn't have no control over that. But everybody, ain't nothing worse than they said you gonna get a whooping at the store or something when you get home. And that whole ride home, they ain't say nothing about it. You just praying. You be like, she is, oh, so yeah, I'm probably good till she get in that damn house, boy. Woo, boy.
It was the only time it was cool. Like the only time my mom forgot about it was on payday. Like if it was payday, she could forget about it. But if it was like 2 days before payday, your ass is grass.
It said he's in a good mood, boy. Hey, for real. Let's see. Helen said men should address men, so he should have addressed Jay-Z, not Beyonce, or their children should be off limit. But Kanye not a man, so yeah, you know what I'm saying. We talk about Kanye. You know what I'm saying. And eventually, what's gonna happen is he gonna say shit, and nobody gonna say nothing about it. Like I'm pretty sure this is it. Like he done maxed out all the crazy shit he could say. He done went, said he tried to go with I was depressed about my mama, and people was like, some people, felt the way about it or whatever, but he done maxed it out to where it just don't matter no more. I think we said this on the last one. It's kind of like that kid that was eating glue in class and shit, and the teacher would try to help him the first couple of times, like, you know what, it's all good. That's not even my child. I don't even give a fuck. Let them go and eat all the glue they want to. Or the person that just made loud outbursts in the back of the class and shit. Just eventually you just don't give a damn no more.
But sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be wanting to see people like Jay-Z and Beyonce just crash out. Like I want to see Beyonce get like, you know what? I'm tired of Kanye talking stuff. That's why I'm about to go hug my mama and he can't. Stuff like that. Like, if she said that, he would break the internet and people be like, damn. And that'd be entertaining for us to talk about for at least 30 minutes.
That would be very entertaining for us to talk about. But hey. It is what it is. Let's find out what Jay-Z said. Let's go on and get into this real quick. As usual, like I said, if you're new here, go on and hit that description of the video, and you will be able to see how people are putting up these gifts in the middle of the thing. Let's see what Omar Pena had to say before we get into this thing real quick. Let's see. Would you rather be Kanye's manager or Drake's dad? God damn. All right, thanks for that super chat.
That requires a little bit of thought.
No, it's very simple. I'd much rather be Kanye's manager because I'd have been on Twitter be like, hey, y'all, I'm no longer Kanye's manager. Dennis can't never just not be. That is his. That Drake is is his sperm walking around, his pre-sperm, his pre-cum walking around and shit. As Drake managers, you can let that go up for any time. Then file a lawsuit and shit. Be like, yeah, and I'm filing a lawsuit. Ye been saying this type of shit to me for the last 15 years. I just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, very easy job. Very easy choice. Very easy. You could have replaced that. Would you rather have motherfucking damn syphilis right now or be Drake's dead? I'm picking the syphilis. Very easy. These are softball choices you're giving here right now, man. When that's the second answer to it, that's very easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't never want to be the relative. Cause don't y'all find it amazing? When other famous people, you hear about them having cousins, people come out to it. No, we don't never hear about Drake having no cousins or nothing to it. Even them motherfuckers, I heard one time somebody said they came out the woodworks, but for the most part, them motherfuckers don't be coming out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on and get into this real quick. As usual, we go into the community tab, and this will be a pretty long. I'm gonna try to make it through the whole the whole document of the of Drake's UMG shit, and Drake asking he trying to request to get Kendrick's contract to see what the contract said.
What?
Yeah, apparently so, and that's according to I think Billboard or Variety. So we go and check that out as well. But yeah, he's pulling. It's just the whole assetry just gets more and more whole assetrist as it goes on. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe it. I can't even believe it myself. Let's go and get to this share screen real quick. Let's go and check these community posts real quick. I did just post some comedic shit. We're gonna go and get those out the way. You remember when all you was trying to do was watch Murray, but this nigga popped up on the TV and started yelling at you to go to college. That wasn't a real college, to Everest College, okay? And what's funny is I know about 4 motherfuckers that graduated from Everest actually got good jobs from it right before it shut down. So this man actually probably saved a couple of people's lives. Shout out to him. Now, somebody posted this on X. They said, Ye has y'all crashing out and y'all don't even realize what he doing. Let's put 2 and 2 together. Kanye's album that's coming out is entitled Bully. We keep seeing text exchanges of him bullying people. So it's my theory that that's what he's doing for this rollout, which makes perfect sense to me.
Makes a lot of sense.
But I ain't gonna lie though. With that being said though, this is beyond bullying. He could have just said some shit like, damn, Jay-Z, you look like a camel by the face. Or some shit that everybody agree on. You know what I'm saying? But he taking it past bullying, you know what I'm saying? This one was a nice little meme. The kid, will you tell me a bedtime story? And then it was me, or as a parent, it was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G's on the streets trying to consume. We as the millennials have the best stories we can tell our children of all time. So shout out to that young man culturing his child. And then I asked y'all what y'all thought about these mama tweets or whatever. Let's go into some of y'all's responses. And I'm being honest, a lot of y'all didn't give a fuck. Not falling for it. Not falling for it. He can miss me with all avail, please, of sympathy. An apology would be more effective, but I still wouldn't accept. Not him weaponizing his mom's passing to garner sympathy. He's so messed up. He's fishing for sympathy. Why are you bringing a dead mama into this? It's disgusting. You can miss me with your deceased mom and do not do the things that Kanye has done. He needs to do us all a favor and just get help or get on with it. Ye will literally do anything but take his meds. I don't give a damn. Next. Then he say she was sacrificed. I did when this person had some sympathy for him. I did when my mom died. Oh, no, they didn't. But what I didn't do is post it on the internet, and I went and got some help. Kanye need therapy. Miss Lachelle said this man has been antagonized people and their children and saying stupid mess for years just to get attention. So I don't care what he has to say now. We need to stop making excuses and always blaming his actions on his mental state or not taking his meds. We need to hold him accountable for what he says and does, because it may not, and I think she was saying it may not have nothing to do with something, or maybe the YouTube aid cut you out because you was cooking right there. But yeah, so that was that one right there. And let's see. And I've been saying, what happened to motherfuckers just being crazy? Fuck all of these terms and shit. I'm going back to motherfuckers just being crazy. I'm not doing no more specific terms. I'm bringing crazy back, okay? Let's see. I'm crazy. Also, we went to the Chromacopia concert, me and my daughter and stuff. I posted this picture for y'all. And of me and the chunkster out there having a good time. Did your son vibe out when Lil Yachty came out?
Yeah, well, we was like, cause we was a little farther than y'all, and we was like, who? He was like, who was that? Like, it sounded like Lil Yachty. Mm-hmm. But he liked the fact that Lil Yachty was there, and then, he actually walked down and was watching. It was a pretty dope concert, I thought.
Oh, the concert was off the chain.
When Tyler came out, especially.
Yeah. When Yachty came out, I posted a short. This is behind the membership. I just give y'all a glimpse of what that short was real quick, because I was highly upset about that. I didn't think it was good. I just knew they was lying. I didn't pay no damn money to see no nigga.
He had no props. He didn't do nothing.
He did not come out. He didn't dance. He didn't do nothing. and this was the face I made, and I don't know what's going on my internet right now, but that's the face I made just so y'all can see it. I was highly not entertained. I don't know what favors he has that Yachty owes him, but the crowd really wasn't even that crunk for him either. Them young kids they didn't go off and shit. He asking everybody to open up the damn whatchamacallit, the pit.
I figured that everybody just had low expectations about the pre-show act, and everybody was excited about Tyler.
Yeah, that's all it was. That's all it was. Let's see what Jay-Z responds to Kanye. Let's see what that is before we get into the main dish real quick. So that was not the story. Let's see. Attacks Jay-Z. Jay-Z's epic reaction. That's 7 months ago. That's years ago. 9 hours ago. Jay-Z. If anybody got where he done reacted to it, because I'm sure that would be like the number one thing right now.
Yeah.
Like if he has come out and say, does Ye's trolling that 6 hours ago from Forbes, social media reacts or whatever. So yeah, if somebody can find what Jay-Z said, because Jay-Z don't seem like the type that would even respond to this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? He already know Ye motherfucking crazy and shit. So if y'all got what he specifically said, let us know, or if y'all can lead us into the correct direction. Oh, okay, yeah.
And the thing about it is, Jay-Z really don't even have, if anybody asked Jay-Z about it, all he has to say was, I mean, come on, he has his daughter on the song with Diddy right now.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't respond. What it's Kanye. What is a bigger billboard for his album than Jay-Z mentioning his name? That's like fucking a billboard, the biggest billboard in the sky, to have Jay-Z or Beyonce respond. He knew that too. He knew what he was doing. So I pray Jay-Z don't say shit back, because that's what Kanye wants. And a lot of people fall for that trap. A lot of people say shit to trigger people, so you will respond, and you got to be able to look past that and be like, all right, why are they saying this? They saying this so I will respond. So not give the person what they want. Now, do you want to, if Jay-Z would like to send his killers out in the night, hey, understandable, but he shouldn't say nothing out loud. I hope he don't say nothing out loud.
So did you hear what Kanye was talking about? He wanted Kendrick, and he was dissing kind of Kendrick and kind of dissing Tyler. Actually, he said some trash about Tyler, the Creator.
What'd he say?
He was talking about the diss. He was telling them to diss him or something. I gotta find it.
Oh yeah. I seen all of them things, and it's like, it don't nobody. I saw Cardi say "shut up, Ye," and then he said something about what's her name? What's that woman name? The one that Cassie. He said something about Cassie. The only reason they got their money because Cassie was gonna release the tell-all, and unless he sent her that money, don't that sound like extortion to me? And then she copied and pasted Playboy Cardi's Instagram thing and said, shut the fuck up, yeah. So, it is what it is or whatever. He just saying shit. Now, I will tell y'all this though. Okay, I will tell y'all this. Eventually he gonna say some shit, if he ain't already said some shit that's going to be true, that y'all ain't gonna like. If he ain't already said some shit, all right? I'm just putting that out there. That ain't no, oh, yeah, go Kanye. I'm just saying, because when Gucci Mane went on his damn drugged out rant, he said a lot of shit. And a lot of people was like, oh, I can't believe he's saying that nigga Gucci was not lying, okay? And he apologized for the rant. He didn't apologize for none of the specific shit he said, though. Not one specific thing that he said he apologized. He just said, I shouldn't have took that shit to the Twitter. So I'm just saying, eventually he go say some shit, and unfortunately he done fucked up his credibility. Ain't nobody gonna believe it, but y'all best believe I'm be over here like, the nigga crazy. But I'm gonna be honest, I believe that part. I believe he said that shit, and y'all can send all hate mail to Super Rig said that shit at gmail.com.
He did say he knew some niggas that was on the island.
Hey, he do. Well, we all know he know Trump. That's his best friend. That nigga was on the island. We all know that for sure. So he ain't even got to hide that shit. He put the nigga name right before the line. So that ain't even, he already out there, like, but that ain't even no secret though. You know what I'm saying? And do I believe Jay-Z got killers? Who don't believe you at Jay-Z stature and ain't got no damn killers? If I owned Kmart, I'd have some damn killers. much less be Jay-Z walking around and shit. So it is what it is, man. But are you gonna check out the Bully album, see what it sound like?
I am. I'm gonna check it out.
I'm so pissed off because I know the beats probably be insane, but I ain't gonna be able to. If I say the beats is dope, they gonna be like, "Oh, you a Kanye apologist?" I'm like, I said the beats was dope. The nigga's still crazy, people. He's still crazy saying fucked up shit. And when I say he crazy, I ain't saying, oh, excuse what he's saying. I'm saying he's saying shit to get these reactions. Like, us talking about it is exactly what the fuck he wants. Everybody is falling for what he wants. He wants us to be outraged so we can be billboards for this album. Anybody that's done posted anything and did what the fuck he want us to do. Just so everybody know. While everybody being outraged and shit. This is all he wanted us to do was run our mouth. And I believe Chance 99 just spoke something very poignant. He says, and I'm a highlight it. I gotta find it real quick. Let me hit the super chat real quick though. From Spartan 1340. They called him Audrey. Man, they don't like this guy. Oh, this was in the damn in the thing. We about to go in and get over that. We gonna answer these two. We gonna answer Chance 99 real quick, who is also OG triple OG. I wish it would let me filter out certain shit. It says, oh, and thank you for being a member for 1 month, struggling with us for 1 month. Appreciate you on that. It says, are Kanye's antics really needed to sell albums? You got to realize that it is. And I'll tell you this why. I'll tell you why. Well, when I say it is, it ain't necessary, but it's go get a couple of more streams. I'll say that. So it ain't necessary, but for the world he come from, because we got to remember, these people we talking about are celebrities, and they've been celebrities for the last 20, 30 years. When they was under these record deals, the record companies was paying for all this promotion, putting them everywhere, right? Well, Kanye is independent for real. Like, he ain't got no record deal or nothing. So he has to drum up this promotion on his own. And the easiest way to do it is to say ignorant ass shit like the ignorant shit he's saying right now. So for him, he trying to get as much promotion as he can to equal back when he used to have a crazy budget and shit. So we feel like, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I remember hearing this, I was reading a business book one time, and it said, do you know the company that's been one of the top companies that spend the most money making promotions and commercials all over the world? Coca-Cola. And the average person, when you think about it, is like, everybody know what Coca-Cola, why the fuck they gotta spend so much? They spend like $1.2 billion a year on promotion. And the thing is, they just gotta keep their name out there. They gotta keep their name out there. So no matter how big or how well known somebody is, the name of the game is keeping your name out there in promotion when you in a business like that where you making that much money or trying to make that much money. So it's the same shit.
And I definitely think he do, because I'm a Kanye fan. In the Vulture 1, Vulture 2, I ain't know none of that shit came out until all the crazy stuff started happening.
All the crazy shit, because he ain't got people, publicists playing in stores and shit. That's why he be having Lil Mama out there butt ass naked all the time and shit. It's free ass promotion. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Hopefully, over these next couple of years, people start understanding the game and how people use outrage to manipulate and use us in all sorts of ways. Speaking of that, the fraudster tried to use fucking outrage and shit to manipulate how people feeling sorry for him, and as we see, that shit didn't work. I'm hoping everybody kind of wakes up to how these celebrities and stars and people in certain places use our anger to sell products to us. They do it all the time. It is what it is. Now let's go on and get into this memo for UMG dismissal. Before we get into that though, let's go on and get into the part, because this is a short part, where fucking UMG asked the halt Discovery and Drake lawsuit, says he's even demanding Kendrick's contract. I don't know if this was in that story, but we gonna try to make it through that whole thing, so we gonna knock this out real quick. It says the music giant claims Drake lawyers are seeking confidential, proprietary, and highly what's this? I don't know what that C word is. Sensitive documents in a doomed lawsuit that is about to be dismissed. highly commercially sensitive documents in a doomed lawsuit that's about to get dismissed. I like how they already speaking. You know how they say you speak what you want into fruition? They steady saying this shit is fucking fucked up. To read the full story, I gotta subscribe now. Y'all got me fucked up, Billboard. Let me go and hit this back. And Drake wants to see Kendrick's documents.
That's wild.
Let's see. NBC News got it. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It is wild, but now he no different than Kanye. He just going all the way, balls to the wall, as you say, pushing the audacity to the max and shit. He don't give a fuck how hoe ass this is look, cause everybody know he a hoe ass now. So why even try to do anything other than what he is? It's just like that story I be telling folks about the frog and the scorpion. The scorpion was riding in the river. The frog was like, damn, I need to get across. The scorpion was like, I'll give you a ride. And the frog was like, you a scorpion, you gonna sting me. A scorpion, no, I'm not. Dumbass frog got his ass on the scorpion. Scorpion stung him halfway through. And the frog was like, hey, you said you want to go sting me. And the scorpion's like, bitch, I'm a scorpion. What the fuck you thought I was gonna do? And that's what Drake is, a hoe ass. So anybody that's shocked at what he is doing, he been showed y'all he was a hoe ass since 2006 when this nigga came out with fire popping up in the back and he doing fucking pistol Pete motherfucking motions. If you didn't know he was a hoe ass back then, here you go. Surprise, surprise. Let's see when he asking for the damn contract. If it's in here. Tracks. It ain't in this story. Cause I want to get to that shit specifically. Let's see. This in Variety. Maybe they got it. All right. In the latest pushback from Universal Music Group's Drake's defamation lawsuit, you motherfuckers, I'm not supporting you guys. I'm not gonna do it. Why is you forcing me to do this?
Block her up too.
Talk about a loud ass. Then they want me to go and do all this work. Son of a bitch. You know what? I'm gonna do it just for y'all this one time, okay? Let me see. Pause on this site. God damn, I'm a hypocrite and shit.
So now that I really gonna be like, oh, he really cares about Aubrey. He wants to come see this article that bad.
Now I done fucked up my algorithm. They gonna start pushing damn all sorts of Drake merch and shit to my damn while I'm on the phone and shit. I'm like, you dirty motherfuckers. In this latest pushback from, see what I do for y'all? I do this for the people. In the latest pushback from Universal Music Group and Drake's defamation lawsuit against the company over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us diss track, UMG has asked a federal judge to stop all discovery on the case, which includes demands for all contracts between Lamar and UMG, as well as compensation and incentives, i.e. salary and bonuses, for Interscope CEO John Janik and other. This motherfucker is bringing in other people. It ain't even just, he want to see if they got bonuses for this shit. Drake's first set of discovery requests consists of 18 items that would require costly collection and review of large swaths of hard copy and electronic data sets, contracts and agreements, and communications, the document states, causing undue burden on the company. All right. Let's see. It states that Drake's lawyers have requested all contracts between UMG and Kendrick Lamar's documents showing the executive compensation structure and annual incentive plans for Interscope Chief Executive Officer John Janik for the past 5 years. That's even before the damn beef. It continues quoting Drake's lawyers' documents and Interscope's 2024 executive incentive metrics, targets, projections, and performance used to determine annual incentive compensation for Interscope's executives and officers for the past 5 years. In response, Drake's attorney, Michael Gottlieb, I forgot, Gottlieb, I believe it was.
Gottlieb or something like that, yeah.
Gottlieb of Wilkie Farr and Galahad, any goddamn way, characterized the request as part of the normal process of discovery and wrote, "It is unsurprising that UMG is desperate to avoid discovery. This motion is a ploy to delay producing documents and communications that UMG hopes to keep hidden and buried. If UMG has nothing to hide, it should not have an issue with discovery. The move follows UMG's scathing motion to dismiss Drake's New York lawsuit against them from promoting Like Us, stating that he's only suing because he lost a rap battle and took legal action to salve his wounds. The motion filed Monday and reviewed by Variety took a cutting approach to making the case for dismissal, claiming that Drake lost a rap battle that he provoked, which is true, and in which he willingly participated, also true. Instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds. Plaintiff's complaint is utterly without merit and should be dismissed with prejudice. The filing notes that Drake himself signed a public petition less than 3 years ago criticizing the trend of prosecutors using artists' creative expression against them by interpreting rap lyrics as fact. Drake was right then and is wrong now, reads the motion. Complaints unjustified claims against UMG are no more than Drake's attempt to save face for his unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. In its motion to dismiss, Universal is arguing that Drake fails to make a claim for defamation in his suit, stating that it's a double standard to expect them to promote his diss tracks against Lamar and not vice versa. The motion adds that Not Like Us conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole, not facts, meaning that they can't be accused of acting with malice, and further claims that there's no basis for the suit since Drake failed to state or claim for harassment in the second degree and under the New York General Business Law. Let's see. So I guess that's the end, according to this, with 0 comments, because then nobody else want to turn off their punk ass ad blockers for you, Variety.
How the fuck is he asking for Kendrick contract? They got a partnership, right?
Yeah, he can't do that shit. He acting like they fucking he asking for some, but they trying to use that discovery shit to get shit that they ain't got no business asking for. And as you see, he asking for a specific executive. He wants some other people's too. He want their pay structures. But I'm telling you, he thought he was gonna use this Kendrick shit to be a what's that shit? A Trojan horse to get to he trying to get them to, this is what I think. He trying to get them to expose that long ass deal he signed with them and shit. So that he trying to say that, hey, we had a deal. This is what I think now. We had a deal, and what they doing now is promoting other people, and they making more money from promoting him so that they can offer me less on the next sign up shit. I think that's what he's trying to do, this as a Trojan horse, to get them to provide documents that may include information that has some shit that says, hey, trying to fuck with his next deal. That's what I think they trying to use this for, personally. And I don't think it's going to work. He went the complete wrong way of doing this shit. If he had to shut the fuck up, this shit would have been over with. He'd probably be back, motherfuckers still be in the club smoking crack, thinking his music sound good by now, and it would have been all over.
But this show you what he do. Like when Kobe got in trouble, when people get in trouble, they go back to the basics and go just focus on what they're great at. Kobe was great at playing basketball, that's all he focused on.
Yep.
Drake took an L. He can focus on music because he ain't great at that.
He's not great at that.
He had to focus on Karenisms.
He had to focus on Karenisms because he's great at being a bitch ass bitch. And, it is what it is. We go in here for some more details about this shit. We got a super chat for Yolanda Travis. What's the business, OGLG? He's gonna say the wrong thing to the wrong person, then wop, somebody go mess him up. That's right, and that's true for Kanye and the fucking fraudster. In this case, eventually both are gonna get hands and feet put on them, and Drake already got urine put on them and shit, which to me is worse than hands or feet. I'd much rather get punched in the mouth than peed on. So
definitely, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm talking about
he peed on his last level of disrespect. Really? That's a whole other level.
I'm talking about if motherfucking Mike Tyson or whoever can fight real good, I know I got zero chance of defeating without a pistol, come up to me and be like, look, either I can punch you in the face or piss on you. I'll be like, I much rather prefer a punch, champ. Thank you so much for taking mercy on me. Pissed on? What? Nah, ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the motherfucking world. Chase hit us up with the super chat. Appreciate you, Saul. He acts like he don't know Dot is independent. Exactly. He can't go in that man's business.
What kind of shit is that?
What type of shit is that? Matter of fact, you know what? Legally, I wish you remember back in the day when you could challenge somebody to a duel and shit and slap their ass with a glove. I wish that the judge would say that fucking Kendrick is allowed to challenge Drake to a duel and get to slap his ass with the glove and shit, and they do the back-to-back shit and fucking and let it go how it's gonna go. Cause you know the Drake gonna be scared to turn around with it with the gun.
Technically, they did have a duel, and technically Kendrick did hit him with the back-to-back.
He did. I'm talking about he turned around super fat. You so right. He turned around to me. As soon as they said one, that motherfucker Kendrick said bow 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 bow. And then Drake shot back like on Harlem Nights and shit with a bang, bang. Put that little shit down, motherfucker. Yeah, man. What's the business? OG, triple OG. Tiptoe in the house. Hey, Super Empress. I ignore Ye and his mess. We did it early enough because, you know, she be having to go in for that late shift sometimes. Glad you was able to catch this. Hey, Super Empress. I ignore Ye and his mess. Plus, he ain't put out no good hip-hop since My Twisted Dark Fantasy, and we can skip over 808s and Heartbreak. Hold on now. 808s. Now, one hip hop, but it was a very good album. But I agree with you. But I can't put the brakes on the 808s and Heartbreaks for you. Just for So Amazing by itself with Jeezy ad libs. I ain't gonna lie, that shit make me feel very powerful. Listen to it and shit. But I agree with you on the hip hop stuff part of it. But after 808s, he ain't came out with nothing good. I don't give a fuck. All you Life of Pablo motherfuckers, y'all can go kick rocks. That shit was trash. Everything after has been pure trash. But I do understand where you're coming with. But the 808s is in my playlist. I gotta be honest. It's a phenomenal album. There's a lot of good singing. For somebody that can't sing, it was a lot of. Hold up! Fuck you, Kanye. You about to get me in trouble and shit. Not around this time. Can't be giving any props. Let's go on and get into this damn lawsuit and let's see exactly what they said. Now, this shit right here, my nigga, is literal. It's 32 pages of shitting on this motherfucker. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it said in here. We go skip the bibliography and the contents and the table of contents and all of that shit.
That is called receipts.
Yeah. We go skip that. We go get to it. And it starts off with I thought I was gonna make it bigger and shit. It starts off with, yeah, I want it all. That's why I strive for it. Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it. Drake successful. Starting off with smoke for your dumb ass. Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it. And technically we really didn't, because what the fuck was Heart Parties? There was no reply. That was motherfucking whimpering and fucking Family Matters. But well, you dissed
that was in the red button.
Yeah, the Rick Ross and motherfucking damn ASAP Rocky, you know. He go try to unload a clip on fat ass Rick Ross, and then just kind of, you know, he thought he was doing something with the damn Kendrick shit, but his Kendrick shit was so stupid. That's what's so crazy.
You know, one time, so this reminded me. I remember one time I didn't even realize I did this, but somehow I had owed a ticket through like Avis car rental or something, and I didn't know about it. I don't read my. I literally have a box of mail over here. If it's important, I can get a call or email. But I don't read my mail, so Avis has sent me some shit talking about I owed them. So I had booked a car through Avis, got to LA, thought I was about to give me a car. Next year they told me I owed them $800, and I was like, oh shit, I was not prepared. I was not ready for that $800, and that's what I feel like. This was what with Drake. He was not prepared for what Kendrick had for him. He thought it was going to go in. He thought it was going to go as planned. And then he was like, oh, shit, I was unaware of these extra fees right here that I owe.
Yeah. I wish, that's one of the times I wish I'd go back in history, because nothing was more better than Meet the Grams going off. Than Family Matters going off. I'm talking about the end of the song, before I could be like, that's the wackest shit Kendrick just dropped. Get the fuck out of here. And it was such a great moment. But let's continue. Plaintiff, one of the most successful recording artists of all times, lost a rap battle that he provoked, in which he willingly participated. Instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds. Plaintiff's complaint is utterly without merit and should be dismissed without prejudice. I'm being honest. This really should just be the only thing. It should just been one piece of paper with that on it. I don't even know. I gotta be honest. I think the other 32 pages of shit has gotta be ChatGPT, because this was it right here. Like, somebody at the front office wrote that shit. That's easy. In the spring of 2024, two of the most popular recording artists in the world, Kendrick Lamar and Aubrey Drake Graham, Drake or Plaintiff, engaged in the high-profile rap battle. Over the course of approximately 2 months, they exchanged increasingly vitriolic and incendiary, I know I got them two words wrong, diss tracks, sometimes responded within hours of each other. No, the only person that was doing that was Drake. Did not do shit within hours. Let's keep it. They gave him some bail right there. Drake encouraged the feud. For example, when he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond, Drake released a second recording in which he goaded Lamar to continue the public rap battle. Lamar did just that, and collectively Drake and Lamar released a total of 9 tracks taking aim at each other. Multiple commentators declared Lamar to be the winner of the battle. Not Like Us, come on now, y'all, penultimate track in the feud, is the subject of the complaint. The recording and music video were released by Lamar through defendant UMG on May 4, 2024. Not Like Us was a massive commercial and artistic success. The record was the best-selling rap recording of 2024 and won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year, and the accompanying music video won Grammy Award for the Best Music Video. The song Not Like Us won the Grammy Award for Song of the Year and has become ubiquitous cultural phenomenon. Among other things, Lamar performed the song at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show to a record audience, and Saturday Night Live parodied it in its recent 50th anniversary special. Not Like Us, like all of the recordings in the feud between Drake and Lamar, and like the many notorious diss tracks throughout rap's history, consists of a series of hyperbolic insults. Drake has been pleased to use UMG's platform. To promote tracks leveling similarly incendiary attacks at Lamar, including, most significantly, that Lamar engaged in domestic abuse and that one of Lamar's business partners and managers is the true father of Lamar's son. But now, after losing the rap battle, Drake claims that Not Like Us is defamatory. It is not. While the complaint focuses almost entirely on Not Like Us, it disregards the other Drake and Lamar diss tracks that surrounded Not Like Us, as well as the conventions of the diss track genre, and thus critically ignores the context of the dispute. Assessed in context, as it must be, Not Like Us clearly conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole. Diss tracks are a popular and celebrated art form centered around outrageous insults, and they would be severely chilled if Drake's suits were permitted to proceed. They saying that Drake is trying to kill the motherfucking diss track genre and all. They saying that Drake is trying to kill hip hop. Diss tracks is hip hop.
They saying Drake is not like us in this paragraph.
He is not like us. He is not hip hop. Because how you gonna be hip hop if you trying to destroy that shit? You dirty, filthy, nasty, dirty hoe ass bitch, you Drake. Jocelyn Foot or Fute, if I'm fancy with it. Thank you for the super chat. You all are the best, and I've never caught a live, but I've been having to get infusions for my health lately, and y'all lift my spirits and keep me cracking up so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Jocelyn, and prayers out to you on that. I know how tiring that can be. My mom had to go through some stuff like that, so shouts out to you. Much strength to you, much blessings to you and your family, and may you get well soon. And I'm glad that we can our negativity can bring you positivity on your side. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. For real, for real, for real. And this is her first super chat. And I'm glad you was able to catch the live. So everybody send out your positivity like a Goku spirit ball to Jocelyn, please. Let's all send that positivity her way. I'm sending prayers and everything. Everybody send that her way. Yep. Let's get back to this this decimation of this hoe ass nigga. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm gonna have this person write my next job application. And I wanna reiterate this part. Diss tracks are a popular and celebrated art form centered around outrageous insults, and they would be severely chilled if Drake's suit were permitted to proceed, aka killing one of the cornerstones of hip hop. All right. Drake also alleges that Not Like Us constitutes second-degree harassment.
Oh my God, bruh. This is.
I ain't even heard of no shit. I ain't know it was the first degree of motherfucking harassment.
This second-degree harassment is what.
But sues under a criminal statute that does not prescribe speech and has no private right of action. Finally, Drake claims that UMG's promotion of Not Like Us violates New York General Business Law 349, but fails to allege any of the elements for that claim. Notably, less than 3 years ago, Drake himself signed a public petition criticizing the trend of prosecutors using artists' creative expression against them. That's back when he was hanging off of Young Thug's ball sacks and shit. You know what I'm saying? He signed it because they was trying to use Young Thug's lyrics against him. Yeah. He, one of his paid friends, by treating rap lyrics as literal fact. See UMG's request for judicial notice, RJN, example A, as Drake recognized when it comes to rap. And this is a quote from him. The final work, I believe, the final work is a product, or them, the final work is a product of the artist's vision and imagination. Drake was right then, and now is wrong. The complaints, unjustified claims against UMG, are no more than Drake's attempt to save face for his unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. The court should grant UMG's motion and dismiss the complaint with prejudice on that bitch ass hoe ass bitch. Now, that wasn't in there. I added that in for a little razzle dazzle. I think it fit well. Let's see. Now, statement of...
He had no case, bro.
He got no case. They really like dismantled it in the first sentence, to be honest. And these first couple of pages, well, we on page 2 right now. These some long court documents be long than a motherfucker. They be like this and shit, long ass shit, using damn New York Times font and shit, New Times font. Statement of facts. Let's get into this. Hold on real quick. Statement of facts. The parties defended UMG as a global music company. UMG represents more than 220 artists and bands worldwide and holds a catalog of more than 3.2 million songs. UMG represents artists through inter alia recording, distribution, publishing, and third-party licensing agreements, and helps maximize their commercial success through its world-class marketing, proprietary data analytics, and global distribution. Now, this goes back to answer that question. Do Kanye need to do this shit to sell records? He doesn't have their maximized commercial. He's not able to get maximized commercial success through world-class marketing, proprietary data analytics, and global distribution. So he has to do bottom of the barrel name calling and shit to get his shit out there. That's why. Because you need the record companies help you get your shit to the masses. Okay. Drake is an internationally, known rap artist. Drake signed with UMG through UMG's Republic division in 2009 and extended his contract in 2022. Drake's partnership with UMG has been hugely successful. He is one of the best-selling music artists of all time. You see how they put that in parentheses, though? Because they know there's some bullshit. All right. With over 170 million albums sold, once again in parentheses, they know there's some bullshit. And a series of awards and accolades, including Billboard's Music Artist of the Decade. And the reason I'm telling y'all this is bullshit because these are based on streaming, and streaming is bullshit when it comes to actually counting data and shit, especially when they involve fuck what you heard, okay? And of course he got Billboard's Artist of the Decade. Billboard ain't voted by his peers and shit. Billboard is, hey, what did the bots say? Who did the bots listen to the most? Okay, that motherfucker wins. UMG also represents Lamar through UMG's Interscope division. Lamar is a highly successful rap artist in his own right. I would say, depending on what angle you're looking at, a much more successful rap artist because he has something that Fraudgy doesn't have. The respect of people. Drake and Lamar engaged in Rhetorical rap feud. And hold on, we got a super chat and I'm hitting these up because y'all know I will forget them and they will disappear. Appreciate that super chat. Komudo, appreciate you on that. Drake is the equivalent of a kid that turns off the game when they keep losing. Unplug the console trying to hide the controllers. Yeah, the ultimate bitch. That's why that right there is get pissed on activity right there. You do that type of shit. The motherfucker, I remember we used to play GoldenEye and shit. A homeboy used to hit the damn reset button on that bitch when he was about to get sniped for the last man. You hoe ass bitch. Wait, let me think real hard. Make sure that wasn't me. Yeah, it wasn't me. Hoe ass bitch. Not like us. The recording at the center of his actions was released as part of a rap beef between Drake and Lamar. The artist feud reportedly traces its origins back more than a decade. I hope we get a history lesson up in this bitch. But broke into the public domain in early 2024 when Drake and Lamar began trading diss tracks sometimes within the same hour. See RJN Example T compilation 15N163. I don't know what that means, but I just want to see if I can read it without flaw. Drake and Lamar's feud was not unique in the rap world. Rap feuds where artists trade diss tracks insulting each other have existed pretty much since the beginning of rap. In the 1970s, a number of storied feuds have occurred throughout rap history, including the Roxanne Wars involving Roxanne Shante. Shout out! Did y'all see the Roxanne Shante special? It was decent. It was pretty good.
I saw a while ago. I don't know if it's the same one you talking about.
Not the special, but the movie I meant. It was on Netflix, and it was pretty decent. Let's see, and the rap group UTFO, as well as feuds between Nas and Jay-Z, Lil Kim and Foxy Brown, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. Drake is a prolific rap feud combatant, having traded diss tracks with a number of artists, including Pusha T and Meek Mills. Back-to-back lyrics. Drake diss track in the Meek Mill feud. Doopy freestyle lyrics. Drake diss track and Pusha T feud. So I guess this RJN is acknowledging some other pieces of paper and shit that got these lyrics on her.
Prolific rap feud combatant.
Yeah, that is that he. Well, I guess they saying. Yeah, he shouldn't be, words like that shouldn't be involved with him. You right. You 100% right. Yeah, and my fault for reading it regularly without being a gasp.
They're talking about Kendrick right there.
Yeah, prolific is, you use that for people like that and shit. You know what I'm saying? The public feud between Drake and Lamar traces back to October 2023, recording First Person Shooter by Drake and J. Cole, in which J. Cole rapped that Drake, and Lamar were the big three, the top three rappers in the industry. First Person Shooter lyrics. Oh, okay. I'm going to stop reading them damn parentheses. In response, Lamar appeared on March 2024 track Like That with artists Future and Metro Boomin, in which he rejected the notion that Drake and J. Cole were his equals, rapping, "Motherfuck the big three, nigga, it's just Big Me." Shout out to him for for the censorization. Drake responded in April of 2024 with the track Push-Ups, distributed by UMG. The recording takes aim at Lamar, insulting inter Allah, his height. How the fuck you big stepping with size 7 men's on? And Pipsqueak pipe down. He used the word Pipsqueak. Get the fuck.
That's all he had. That's all he had on Kendrick was he had a size 7 shoe and he was shorter than him. That's me.
Pipsqueak pipe down. You ain't no big 3. And his career, your first number 1, I had to put it in your hand. Your last one brick. You really not on shit. And I'm at the top of the mountain. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. This was in the song? What song was that? And Push-Ups? I done only heard Drake's disses one time, and I didn't make it through the damn Tupac one and shit. So it's weird hearing this shit. I knew about the size 7 men's because his punk ass fans was reciting that shit like that was motherfucking bar of the century or some shit. Trash. Super trash. He also encouraged the feud, stating, and that fucking song y'all did not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in the pot. Now I'm heating up. Well, if that's the case, nigga, why you ain't say no shit before then, ho? Then, seemingly impatient with the time it was taking Lamar to respond, Drake released Tailor-Made Freestyle on Instagram. The recording uses artificial intelligence to make it sound as if the voices of deceased rap icon Tupac Shakur and rapper Snoop Dogg are rapping Drake's lyrics. In their voices, Drake taunts Lamar for his delay. More notably, for his present purposes, Drake urges Lamar in the voice of Tupac to talk about Drake liking young girls on Lamar's next track. And here's the lyrics. It says, Kendrick, we need you, the West Coast savior, engraving your name in some hip-hop history. If you deal with this viciously, you seem a little nervous about all this publicity. Fuck this Canadian light skin dot. We need no debated West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls. That's a gift from me. Heard it on the Button podcast. It's gotta be true.
He thought he was pulling a rabbit from lmao. He thought he was pulling an Eminem on lmao. That's what he thought he was doing.
I can't believe he said this in that song. What he said a bunch. Listen to what he's saying. All this sounds very factual. Kendrick, we need you, the West Coast savior. That's what he is. Engraving your name on some hip hop history. His name is in hip hop history. He's in Smithsonian. What are you talking about? If you deal with this viciously, which he did, you seem a little nervous about all the publicity. He did not seem nervous at all at the Super Bowl or at the Grammys at all. Fuck this Canadian light skin dot. Now I'm not a perpetrator of the light skin dark skin war that you trying to cause fraudery. That's you projecting, bitch. You the one that feel less than for being light skin. That's why you brought that shit in. Ain't nobody else said no shit about that. We need a no debated West Coast victory, man, which he supplied on the silver platter. Call him a bitch for me. He did that multiple times. All sorts of bitches, actually. Talk about him liking young girls. That's a gift from me. He did, cause you done did shit to prove that you like young girls. What was the point of this verse? Like you said, I guess he thought it was a rabbit. When people was hearing this, it was like, yeah, true. So you want him to do all of this? This is what you want him to do? Seriously, I don't think that's a good move. Heard it on the Joe Budden podcast. It's got to be true. I mean, let's be real. When Joe Budden talk about your ass, he never holds any punches. He brings out nothing but shit that everybody be like, I agree with you, Joe. He is a whore. Wow. I can't believe he went that deep in that shit. In the voice of Snoop Dogg, Drake then calls Lamar to release a new diss track. But still, you got to show this fucking Al who's the boss on the way. He really thought he was playing some shit. I can't believe he thought this was a good idea on some real shit. I can't believe he thought. What he failed to realize is this only works. The reason it worked for fucking Rabbit, he was the underdog in that whole situation. He was the underdog. So he was saying throw out all this shit because everybody gonna make fun of me for this shit. But I bet you, listen, Fraudry, listen. If Rabbit in the movie had accusations of him liking young girls, he would not have put that in his rap battle with it. Okay, at all, on no levels. That would have been the last thing Rabbit would have did. All right.
This shit is so wild, bro.
But still, you got to show this fucking Al, who's the boss on the West. And if I was Snoop, I would have been pissed off. He gave me that line. Who's this fucking Al? What? But Snoop done did some shit to where I don't know. Now's the time to really make a power move, because right now it's looking like you writing out the game plan on how to lose.
That's not your line.
That's he talking about you. How to bark up the wrong tree and then get your head popped in a crowded room. World is watching this chess game, but are you out of mood? Wow. This aged, I'm talking about this shit aged like motherfucking, like a crackhead's breast milk, nigga. This shit is toxically aged wrong, my nigga. And in his own voice, Drake raps, since like that, your tone changed a little. You not as enthused. How are you not in the booth? It feels like you kind of removed. You trying to let I hate this dude's rhyme pattern. It's so trash. You trying to let this shit die down. Nah. Let this time, nigga, you following. Not this time, nigga, you following through. He did everything you asked him to do. This isn't you, stupid Fraudry. In the court documents, it got you telling him to do everything he did.
They do, dog. From the very beginning, they got everything he asked for.
You everything he asked for. Why are you upset? This is no different than me going and be like, hey, Briss, can I borrow $30? And Briss be like, here you go. And then 22 years later, I want to be like, man, that bitch ass motherfucker Drake gave me that damn $30, that hoe ass motherfucker, man.
You asked for it.
Drake, Briss would be well in his means to slap the shit out of me and some shit like that. And everybody should be able to slap the shit out of Fraudry for wasting all this paper. You know how many trees died for this shit, man? I'm not sure where ink come from, but from my 4th grade knowledge, it came from octopuses at the time. That's where I thought ink came from. Probably 4 octopuses died from writing this shit. I have not.
What his legal bills look like.
I know them lawyers like, hell yeah, you stupid motherfucker. Give me that. He done probably spent all sorts of dumbass money.
Look, Larry asked for like, Jerry, straight again. He called again.
Now look, all right, I'm very cool with taking your money, but it's 4:00 in the morning, nigga. Don't you got like friends or somebody you call? Like, cause I'm still charging you by the hour. I just want you to know that, but I'll still let you cry if you want to. But hey, bitch. So he says, since like that, your tone changed a little. You not as enthused. Drake, and on some real shit, Kendrick always had like a laid back at a style, depending on what song it was. Sometimes he would get crunk, but for the most part, he would just elegantly flow on the track. So I don't know what the fuck you meant. He wasn't enthused. How are you not in the booth? It feels like you kind of removed. He was basically constantly in the booth this entire time. You trying to let this shit down? Nah. Not this time, nigga. You following through. I guess you need another week to figure out how to improve.
Drake definitely wrote this.
Yeah, he wrote this shit.
This is like mediocre. Like when you first learn how to rap, putting bars together. This is not the great. It's supposed to be one of the somebody who arguably the GOAT.
Yeah. What the fuck is taking so long? We waiting on you. You know what? I'm gonna be honest, bro. Except for I think I'm gonna give this 78% ChatGPT. And this was when ChatGPT first came out, so it really wasn't that good at that time. Yeah, he asked, "Can you write a song to beat Kendrick Lamar?" And I bet you ChatGPT said, "Does not compute. That's not possible."
We are unable to do that.
We are unable to. Please read the terms and agreements. Lamar responded with 2 tracks: Euphoria, released by UMG on April 30th, and followed by 616 in LA, released by Lamar on Instagram on May 3rd. Hold on, let's hit up this super chat from Chance009. Appreciate you, sir. It says, as far as these lyrics sound like AI or rapping for dummies. For real. It really do on some real shit.
It's hella mediocre.
It really sound like, just like Britt said, like he just started and shit on some real shit. Like this is no, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like he got a thesaurus or some shit, and fucking, and Biggie used to use a thesaurus. He told niggas in Dream I forget you a thesaurus. However, Biggie used it and motherfucking elevated it to the next level. You just was looking for some new words to use and shit. Go.
This last one right here looked like it was on an iPhone autocomplete.
Yeah.
It's like that shady little, you are not in dude.
He pressed space and whatever the next word at the end, be like, okay, that works. Space. All right, that's good. Yeah, this shit is trash, man. And him saying pipsqueak in the Snoop Dogg verse. Snoop would never say pipsqueak. Like, who the fuck? He ain't even creative. Lamar raps of Drake in Euphoria. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling, and a pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist. You a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. He criticizes Drake's music. I make the music that electrify him. You make music that pacify him. Attacks his use of Tupac's voice in tailor-made freestyle. I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave. Attacks his parenting. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. And insults his character and racial identity. Drake uses the brand name OVO for various commercial endeavors, including his record label OVO Sound and clothing brand OVO. OVO uses an owl as a brand image, and we all realize, don't forget, y'all, before we forget, that is not an owl, okay? I don't know if y'all was here when we found out what the OVO really stood for, but OVO is the uterus, okay? It is the two fallopian tubes around and the uterus right here, okay? And this is Drake at the bottom being a big pussy. That's what OVO actually is. That's the only thing these court documents have gotten incorrect. All right? We deal with facts around here, people. Let us continue with what's in this in here right now. It says, oh yeah, he continues with the lyrics. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. How many more fairy tales about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough?
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. It makes you feel something in here when you read that type of non-AI, hip-hop lyrics for dummies type from the heart truth of lyricism. Lamar's insults continue in 616 in LA, where he raps that members of Drake's OVO team are disloyal. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Drake responded approximately 14 hours later on the evening of May 3rd with the track Family Matters, distribute. I'm glad they put the time frame. Drake responded approximately 14 hours later on the evening of May 3rd with the track Family Matters, distributed by UMG. The track is a scathing attack. Once again, y'all using words that are, it was not a scathing attack on Lamar, okay? It tried to be. If y'all put it tried to be scathing, that would have been nice. It tried to be scathing. Attack on Lamar laden with hyperbolic slurs. Drake attacks, among other things, Lamar's authenticity. You just acting like an activist. It's make-believe. Mocks his height. He always said I overlooked him. I was staring straight. These bars go over Kenny's head no matter what I say. States that Lamar cheats on his fiance. Why did you move to New York? Is it because you live in that bachelor's life? Proposed in 2015, but don't you want to make her your actual wife? I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening, right? Because we know the girls that you actually like, your darkest secrets are coming to light. In a search that one of Lamar's children was fathered by one of his business partners and manager, Dave Free, your baby mama captions always screaming, "Save me." You did her dirty all your life. You trying to make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free. Don't make it Dave Freeze. Because if your GM is your BM secret BD, then this all making plenty fucking sense to me. I want y'all to notice how we still recite shit, you know, from Euphoria and Kendrick's tracks. You don't even hear Fraudry fans reciting shit from none of this trash that we have been saying. None of that shit aged well. None of it was good when it dropped. He had no memorable lines from that shit, and it's beautiful to read it out. You know what I'm saying?
This is wild because he has zero. Like what they always say, the way you can tell who is a good comedian, they be like, tell me a joke, you know that comedian. Tell me any bars from Drake shit that wasn't comical because everybody keep mocking the drop. Like he mocking him to drop, but nothing that he said was at all dope at all.
Nothing. There's nothing where, you know, we can go back. Well, he did say this. At least he said that. We don't have. You left nothing. You left nothing for your fans. You left for nothing but this ChatGPT 1.0 drivel. It says Drake also raps that Lamar physically abuses his fiance, stating that when you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense because she's bigger than you? And they hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The recording also makes various other allusions to violence, including gun violence. Drake opens that he has emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. Asks, which one of my so-called niggas need a shell from the clip? And raps, come get this ass whooping. I'm handing them out. Nigga, that don't sound. You got pissed on.
He got pissed on because I be talking hard in tracks later on.
You can never talk.
Hold on, can you strong? You said he had it. He aired it out for less.
He said
getting pissed on a list. That's the most. If you did it for the least, then you need to do that shit when the most happened. God damn, bro, this is terrible.
Oh my gosh. I cleared the clip out for less.
Hey, you gotta read the last super check.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me pull that thing up real quick. Pause. Big Zo in the house. What's the business, OG? We really reading the legal documents tied to a diss track. Can't believe me and Briss used to listen to this fool. Sorry, Briss, I had to. These are the facts. And shout out and see that's why Big Zo and Brisk are solid dudes, because you gotta, in order to progress in life, you gotta be able to look back and be like, I've made horrible decisions in my life, but I've learned from them. And I've asked for forgiveness, which both y'all have. You know what I'm saying? And not from us or the community. I know y'all done looked in the mirror with tears in y'all eyes, apologizing to yourselves. I know you have.
I often sometimes look at sometimes like, how did I miss that shit? Like I completely miss all that shit.
I'm gonna tell you, the only reason I give you and Briss and Big Zo, you, a couple of people, I know y'all was kicking it with the ladies. And the majority of the time, I'm just praying that that y'all wasn't riding at night just by yourself in the car bumping that shit, recite with the windows down real loud, listening to the lyrics by themselves. I pray that that's not occurring. And if somebody told me I wouldn't believe them, because you know what, I got too much faith in y'all. I know it was some ladies in the car when y'all had Drake on. I pray it was some ladies in the car. I hope. And this is insane. Now he's saying it though. We are reading rap lyrics that's not connected to a murder or anything. Well, it actually technically is a murder. This is worse murder than the motherfucker. What's his name? What was that nigga that was they tried to lock his ass up, had the wicks in his head? That young rapper.
Julio.
No, the motherfucker that killed his friends and shit. Fucking Kendrick referred to him in there. Yeah. This is actually, we are reading a murder case actually, but this is the first murder where somebody said, "Hey, can you please murder me, please?" And this is how I want you to do it. I want you to do it just like this. Murder me with this weapon. Here are all the ammo. Here you go. Take here, please do it. How you gonna charge somebody for a suicide? Cause this is what this was. Him making them songs was legit suicide and shit. But let's continue, y'all. Let's go on and keep going. Hold on, we got one more super chat. Chance, what's the business? This is how the bully kid at school be talking greasy in his bedroom with tears in his eyes.
Hey, Baxter.
Hey, I don't know why, but when people be by themselves with tears in their eyes for shit they shouldn't be crying about, it's always hilarious to me, man. It's always hilarious. Let's see. He says the track closes with Drake stating, "You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide." Multiple gunshots are also sound at various points in the recording.
But he let the person that pee on him walk away. But he out here.
No gunshot. He didn't even swing on that nigga. From the way T.I. tell the story, he didn't even say, "Hey, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?" It's like he got peed on. It was like, "So guys, are we gonna get hot dogs or what?"
It's just raining outside. They actually have a phrase about that. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Do not. But obviously, Drake does not abide by that saying. He would much rather you piss on his leg and tell him it's piss. Let's see. This nigga, them songs was horrible. And when I say horrible, reading, this motherfucker really thought he won. I don't see how he listened to Euphoria and thought he won, even just with Euphoria by yourself. But I don't know how he thought that's all that Kendrick had lined up. Kendrick told him what time it was.
That's why RDC had the best skit, the most accurate skit, how everything like what shows that's around the time he passed him the heat. He was like, "Hey, go ahead and take that, bro. That's and nothing else we can do over here."
There's nothing else. This is it. This is it for you, buddy. Just go on and bow out. Lamar responded with 2 more back-to-back tracks. Oh, they're good. Now, we about to scroll back up because it was very important to me. I told y'all this was my favorite part of this shit, and I'm glad. Drake responded approximately 14 hours later on the evening of May 3rd with the track Family Matters. Now, let's go on and scroll down here. Oh, I love this person. Lamar responded with 2 more back-to-back tracks, Meet the Grams, followed by Not Like Us. And Meet the Grams released approximately 30 minutes.
You want to know what's funny? The fact that it was 30 minutes is an actual another double entendre. How long was Family Matters show on TV?
Wow.
30 for 30. Damn. They out here killing shit.
This nigga can
30 minutes Family Matters episode.
This nigga said, "Let the credits roll." And all right, y'all ready? Y'all want to see a real show? All right. He gave this nigga the whole running time of an episode of Family Matters, commercials included, and dropped a horror movie on this nigga after a comedy of a rap song. Wow. Approximately 30 minutes after Family Matters, Lamar directs his insults to various members of Drake's immediate family. God damn. And to Drake himself. Hold on, we got another super chat. I'm trying to keep track of them so I don't forget them. Buffy the Slayer. I just keep the image of the fraudulence on stage using his mic as a gun. Goofy head ass. Yes. Wait, That's how that nigga was pissing on them.
Like, you know, this is how they do it. Yeah.
That's how you piss when like you in the country and shit, your grandma them house, and you can just piss outside and you just like doing the damn fucking sprinkler and shit.
And what's wild about that, because you know he practiced that. They was like, no, you have to sway a little more. You missed one act right here.
Hey, and before that's before they just gave up. He was like, all right, so you remember when I did the gun shooting back in 2011? I would like to do that again. This time I'm gonna present. They was like, look, Drake, we really don't think you really shouldn't do that. Who the fuck is the #1 Billboard selling bodied artist in America right now? It's you, bitch. What? It's you, Drake. It's you. If you go do it, this how you hold it, okay? If you go do the shit, you bitch. It would suck. You know what? I forgot. I think Omar asked us earlier which would suck more, being Drake's dad or Kanye's manager. I think it would suck even worse being Drake's manager, because of all of the hoe ass shit he had to just sit by, because he still was getting 20%. You know what I'm saying? Drake manager still getting, but he just had to watch. He's like, when this run is over, nobody's ever gonna want me to be their manager ever again. Fuck.
It's like watching your crypto. You see it falling. You're like, so that shit.
I'm talking about.
I sold that shit like 2 months ago.
Something told me to get out of this shit after Scorpion. Why the fuck I didn't listen to my mama? You sure right. That's exactly what he going through. Watching that Bitcoin go from motherfucking damn 50 all the way down to motherfucking $2. Not Like Us was released on May 4th. Like the diss track before it, Not Like Us consists of hyperbolic insults. Lamar calls Drake's names. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. There's no way you could not. It's just an auto. You know what I'm saying? I wish they had to put that in there though. I hate that they didn't put that in there. And it was God's plan to show y'all the liar. All right. Mocks Drake's OVO brand and image. What OVO stand for? Huh?
You just showed us.
And like I just showed y'all, the other vaginal option. OVO. Okay? Kendrick told us. All right?
Can you show that on YouTube? Can we show that on YouTube?
That's scientific right there. That's the human anatomy right there. I wish they would. I'll sue the fuck out of them YouTube. They got mad at me for showing a cartoon picture of the inside of the human body and this is an educational video any damn way. I'm trying to show the children what a real life walking vagina looks like on the inside. That's what Drake's face looked like on the inside. The 2 eyeballs and the mouth portraying pussy juice. No offense to the ladies out there who have a vagina in a proper place. And look, I can't say go further than that. I'll be getting in trouble in my house.
Hopefully it's juiced out.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, hopefully it's got juice. Hopefully some juice in there.
Hopefully. Shout out to Monte. Appreciate you on that super chat. UMG did their own Meet the Grams. This is the Meet the Grams of UMG right here. 100% facts. Drake's lawyers just draining his pockets. They go lose and still get paid. What I'm talking about, that like Britt said earlier, them motherfuckers just, hey, y'all remember on Scarface and shit when they played the song Push It to the Limit, when he started on his rise to the top and shit, and they was like, yeah, the bank motherfucker saw that motherfucker pulling all them damn trash bags of money and shit. That's his lawyer back there right now with motherfucking damn sunglasses on. Push it to the limit. You want to do another lawsuit? You want to appeal? Okay. Limit 40,000 a minute. Dumbass. He gonna run through all that stake money. And what's so crazy is he act like he got some in his mind, I guess he got something set up after this.
You want to know what else is dope with the play on Scarface? The fact that Tony Montana, Scarface, his whole shit changed when he refused with the kids.
Yep.
Drake whole shit changed with the minors.
When he brought in Scarface said, I ain't touching no kids. Drake said, bring the kids over here, and boom. You know what I'm saying? They took two different directions, but ended up in the same destination. And it's just crazy out here. If he hadn't brought up no kids, he said, hey, this is a friendly fade. I want us to keep it that way. This could be an exhibition fight for the game. But no. You had to take it there just because you know what this was? Y'all remember that movie, Crash? Remember in the movie where the black dude was with his wife and then the white cop pulled him over and shit and had frisked his wife, was feeling all on there and shit, and he didn't do shit that first time, and then later in the movie he got pulled over and he just fucking lost. He was like, this shit ain't gonna happen again, fuck that shit, and he just went all crazy because he was trying to make up for that last month. This was Drake trying to make up for getting pissed on, and he chose the wrong time. He was like, nah, I ain't getting pissed on again, fuck that shit, fuck that. And he woke up in the middle of the night in his bed, and Baca put his hand on his chest. Babe, what's wrong? He was like, motherfucker, I just can't stop thinking about when I got pissed on. I'm not letting it happen again. He was like, babe, Kendrick is not pissing on you. He's just rapping, and you can't rap. Baca, whose side are you on, Baca? Babe, I'm on your side. And then Chubbs was on the other side of the bed, like, guys, please quiet it down. I'm trying to get some sleep over here, please. And then they all cuddled together and went to bed.
Damn.
What's the L? Oh no, he mocks Drake's OVO brand and image. What's OVO for? The ultravaginal option, pussy. What's the L? Bird niggas and bird bitches. It's beautiful reading this in court documents. Make hyperbolic threats of violence. Makes hyperbolic threats of violence. You think the Bago lets you disrespect Pac, nigga? I think that Oakland show go be your last stop, nigga. Now I ain't go front. I didn't take that as a violent, no violence. He just said it was his last stop because I think the tickets was gonna stop selling. You know what I'm saying? Or he would have just had to. They probably would have wanted to have a nice conversation, but like, hey, bro, we heard what you said about Pac. Can we have a nice discourse with you? Over here in this room, this dark corner of this room right here. Just step behind this door. Let's see. But I think I know why they added that in there. They just saying that both of them did the exact same thing in this song. Drake had gun blasts going in the back of his shit talking about you dead. Drake literally said you dead. So we gonna take shit literally. We gotta say you was sending death threats, don't we, Fraudry? Since you want to file lawsuits and shit, bitch ass hoe. Let's see. Drake's personal relationships, including the legend, and I pulled that from the book of Brisk, when Brisk always lets us know that he didn't call Drake a pedophile. Okay, and we just go add that into that. I'm gonna slip that page like they do with Bill in the Senate and shit. Slip my page up in there since they bring it up in this bitch. Drake's personal relationships, including the legend that Drake had relations with rapper Lil Wayne's girlfriend. Fucked on Wayne's girl while he was in jail. That's conniving. That is conniving.
Especially based upon their relationship and who they were to one another.
That's terrible. That is terrible. That is you're a terrible person, horrible person for doing that. And now I'm glad it's in court record. In the future, they gonna be able to pull this shit up and be like, Drake fucked on Wayne's girl while he was in jail. It's conniving. It says it's right here. It was very conniving.
That's next level, bro.
It is. And calls him a fucking colonizer, inferring that Drake exploits other artists for fame and financial benefit. Taking up Drake's invitation in tailor-made freestyle to talk about Drake liking young girls.
That's so stupid.
Taking up Drake's invitation. They're saying here that Drake asked and invited, hey, say I like the young ladies, please. Please say that. And he took up and Kendrick said, I'd love to. Lamar also makes various statements at issue in the complaint issuing, saydrake, I heard you like him young. You better never go to cell block 1. See any bitch to talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. And why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. I knew the lawyer was like, I'm gonna fit it in. I didn't put it in that first time. Yeah, I thought I was, but I'm gonna get it in here. No, I can't put the spell the minor out. I ran out of paper in the printer last time. I got to be very judicious with the rest of this printer paper we got. He also raps, Blocker got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. With an S. With an S. And the
sentence after certified lover boy stopped. The sentence clearly stopped, and it was a question.
It was a question mark is the end. And a brand new, you are correct. You are brisk. That's why I always tell you I have a college educated person on your shit to help you from not being wrong. Certified pedophiles, meaning you are surrounded by pedophiles, which, you know, birds of a feather is what they say, right? And states, and your homeboy need a subpoena. That predator move in flocks. The name got to be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. Okay. All right. And that's facts. If you are registered, your name has to be placed.
You see how in this, like, one top paragraph right there is so many quotable lines that Kendrick said that we all say. Baka get a weird case. Why is he around? Everybody repeat that just randomly for no reason.
Randomly for no reason. Now it has been placed into the lexicon of American language. Now you say that about that weird ass motherfucker at work that be John's got a weird case. Why is he around? We use it for everything now. Okay? But really John just has 2 no call, no shows and shit, and you wondering why John's still showing up at the job. If that's not a weird case, you should be going after that second no call, no show. Some places don't even let you do 1 no call, no show. I ain't did a no call, no show in a long.
That's very irresponsible. You do it no call, no shows. You don't even care about nothing.
Nigga, hey, no call, no show is the wearing the black Nikes of working at a job, nigga. You putting on some black forces if you do it. You wear black forces if you do no call, no shows, and you just don't care about life at all. Unless the job's really shitty, but you know, no call. I ain't gonna lie though. I did my number of no call, no shows in my day.
Doing a no call, no show since not like it's drunk.
Yeah, and then want to ask party next door, can he clock in for him and shit? Try to sneak back on the clock and be like, can you clock in for me? Hey, we got another super chat real quick. Dark Queen, Krisha, appreciate you for that donation. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And thank you for being a member.
Appreciate you, Krisha.
Let's see. Now it says Drake responded the following day. With the fart part 6. There, Drake doubles down on his statement that one of Lamar's children were fathered by Mr. Free. And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. And like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant, talk about breeding resentment.
Yes. It's terrible, loud and wrong.
He wrote that shit. That's some bullshit. Talk about like if Dave really fucks your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment.
Fucking up.
You say what? You can't hear me? Wait, can't nobody hear me? Is we kicked off? Hello? I don't know what's going on Britt's side, y'all. You can hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Britt's might have to refresh.
I'm still here.
You might need to refresh your browser, bro.
Yeah, it just went away. You just went away for a minute.
Word. I ain't go front, bro. That's why we used to pray over reading documents like. Oh shit! I thought that nigga was talking to me. All right, we go wait till he come back and shit real quick. But This is an insane reading. It's crazy that somebody really filed paperwork knowing that they lyrics was gonna pop up in it. I think Briss is back now. Let's see. What's up? You can hear me now? Hello? Let me refresh on him. Maybe I gotta refresh. Let me refresh on him because I don't think he can hear me. Hold on real quick, y'all. The struggle continues. Y'all know what it is. It be like that sometimes. You can hear me? Yo, Briss. I think your internet in the red, bro. Let me call dude. Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you, but you going in and out. You hear me? Hold on. You can hear me now? Oh, okay. All right. Yo, your internet on red though. That's what I see now is that part right there. And wait, hold on. I'm gonna hit you up on here. Hold on real quick. Yeah, yo, it's all static. Here, let me show you what it looked like on my side. It's got all red by your internet bar. All right, bit. All right, y'all. Briscoe restart his stuff over there, and I'm gonna jump in the comments, see what you guys are talking about. While we wait, as we go along. Hellonet, Fraudry messing with the Wi-Fi. Hey, for real though, that's what I wouldn't be surprised if that ain't what's happening. And appreciate you for being a member for 3 months. You are an OG, triple OG, quadruple OG. Technically triple though, with the words. Let's see. Damon, don't bring up brisket. I'm at work and got a pack of lunch. Hey, I ate some brisket. Oh, my bad. I was so about to go into there, and I need to be whispering. That's my wife food. I was in there eating. I be picking off of everybody food in the refrigerator and shit. Let's see. What y'all talk about? Danielle Franklin. Oh, damn, Desmond. Damn. Hey, Damon, I hope you got like do you got a vending machine in there? I hope so. Cause you know the best vending machine food is peanut butter crackers. That be 70 cents, but peanut butter crackers like $30 now in the vending machine. That's some fucked up shit. Eddie Ward, Web Super gonna have to work harder and to edit this shit. I'm be honest, the gaps and stuff it make it kind of easy and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. Footnotes, the footnotes in the whatchamacallit in the document. Is that what you talking about? Let's see. Roy Copeland, he trying to get contract records. Why to prove he ain't got anything right in beef, 50-50 deal, etc. I don't know what I really think he trying to get out that he either trying to get out his deal with Universal, but I'm gonna be honest. I think there's some more personal shit going on in the background. I think he want all of this shit for some other shit, some vendetta shit on some shit, and for whatever reason, he willing to destroy his entire music future by doing this. Cause I don't see this turning out well for him. Period. Like I really don't. But we got to look at it from a business point of view, right? If UMG feel like they can, for as long as they think they can make money off of Fraudry, they gonna make money off of Fraudry, right? On some hip hop shit, I don't see nobody that really fucked with him on some rapping shit continuously to fuck with him. I hope they wouldn't. I think Young Thug probably will. Lil Baby probably will. It's gonna be some niggas 21. They probably is, but I don't know how the public. But I'll be honest, I don't have faith in the public. Public surprise me. The public don't surprise me, but it just be like, really? This what y'all gonna do? We have seen it. We seen it last year. We seen it earlier this year. The majority of people will do some insane shit. So I'm just hoping people I respect don't fuck with that motherfucker after all of this shit over. Businesses, I don't have no faith in them. If they think they gonna make some money, I can see UMG destroying him in court and motherfucking dropping the whole album for that motherfucker right after this. So it ain't like I got no faith in them. They whooping his ass right now, but them motherfuckers just give a fuck about money. But I'm hoping that the folks that really care about the fucking rapping shit, you know, can leave that shit behind. And I'm hoping all of this has the R. Kelly effect on his music, where people just be like, even his fans just sit there and be like, you know what? I'm a bitch ass nigga, but I don't want to be a bitch ass nigga no more. His music makes me feel like a bitch ass nigga now. I want to stop being that. I'm going to stop listening to it. And I hope that's what happens. Hold on real quick, y'all. This Briss. What's the business, yo?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Even though, yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's look like you popping back up on her.
Okay.
Let me see. It ain't popped up fully though. But I'm waiting for the picture and stuff to pop back up and stuff. I'm still damn waiting. It took a second the first time though when you hopped on though. Let's see. Hey, Hellynet hit us with another super chat. Appreciate the stream. We appreciate the super chat. We really do appreciate you, and we appreciate you watching. We appreciate everybody watching. And this is the struggle that we talked about when we be talking about struggle and stuff. It is what it is. We appreciate y'all. It looked like it's still trying to load up.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck going on.
All your other internet stuff work? I mean, you rebooted? Did you reboot your router and stuff?
Yeah, I did.
Cause it's just showing like it's a box. It just disappeared. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm waiting for it just to show back up and shit. Let's see. What else y'all talking about? What's up, Sugar Nutter? Oh, Triple OG. This beef has aged Drake 20 years. He gonna cut off them dreads and them braids or whatever. He took off the lace front and try to look young and shit again. Yeah, man. I don't know what his long-term game is. I don't know what he go end up doing after this. Yeah, there you go. You came back now. Oh, word. Hey, well, I guess that's good why you got two then. Cause yeah, that first one was tripping. All right, we back on, y'all. Let's get back to the show. You should be showing up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it's taking. Okay, there you go. All right. Drake responded the following day with the fart part 6. Oh, hold on. Let me do this shit right here with the audio. If it let me, now it's tripping on my side. Oh, he disappeared again. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know what's going on. We gonna give it one more try for him to come back on here because I ain't sure. But we may have to continue because I got this time block the rest of the night time blocked out for this. So, we might have to continue on Friday. Y'all let us know. You want us to continue on Friday or we finish it up? Let me know in the chat. If you want us to continue, if we can't get the brisker back on here, let me know. If not, we can chop this in half and go to Friday. Let us know. Also, currently right now, the poll for the best kind of sleep, good sex is winning. 321 votes with 46%. After big meal sleep is 34%. And after turning up sleep, 7%. And road trip, head on the window sleep is 12%. After turning up sleep, y'all do know that mean after, smoking on the lie or drinking or something like that. You do understand. I want you to know that's all encompassed, all right? Or fighting somebody in the middle of the club. You get put to sleep. That's what it all encompasses. I just want y'all to let y'all know that. Let's see, y'all. Brisky in the chat, he said, what the hell? How both internets messing up? Frontier and Spectrum? What? Not the both. God damn. Let's see. Hey, Chance99 said I need 30 more minutes of content. Footnotes. When you saying footnotes, what you mean? Hold on, y'all. Show me what the footnotes is. I'm going to read. Where the footnotes? What I miss? I'm scrolling up looking at it right now. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Y'all show me where the footnotes is at. I'm sharing. Am I sharing what I'm sharing right here? I'm sharing this back of this screen. Let me see real quick what she talking about, Teresa, so I don't mess up showing what I'm supposed to be showing. Let's see. And where is the other share? Let me see. How can I share this? Let me go back over here real quick, y'all. We can share and sorry about that. And now I done disappeared. Ain't this a bitch? Ain't this a bitch? Let me get my other camera out, y'all. I don't know what the hell going on. I think we being sabotaged. We might literally for real be being sabotaged. I hope y'all can still hear me too, cause this is crazy. This ain't never happened where both of us get kicked off this hoe. Let me see. And I can't even find the damn share button for the damn globe. Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick, cause I can't even find how to share the rest of this whatchamacallit. We are under attack. I truly believe we are under attack. Let me see what that is. Is it gonna let me highlight? Okay, that's what that is right there. All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on, we gonna get this figured out. And we also go get the whatchamacallit figured out too. Let's see, it's Chrome right there. This display thing. There we go. Hold on, y'all. This is some bullshit. This is some legit. I'm still here. All right. I should be back. Okay, here we go. Yeah, man. They over here spiking the shit. Now, somebody let me know what the footnotes is. Is it, there's notes right here? I done clicked on notes, but then nothing pop up. Let me go back to pages. Is it like a page called footnotes that I'm missing? Let me know. Let me know what I'm missing when you say the footnotes. Because I thought I was reading the footnotes. Let me know, somebody. Britt, still no luck? Yeah, appreciate you on that super chat. Damn. At the bottom of the page? Oh, okay. I'm gonna read you talking about here, Baka? Oh, okay. We gonna get to that part. Unless I missed some ones earlier. We gonna get to the footnotes, though. I'm gonna make sure I get to them footnotes. All right, we gonna go on and run it through. Hold on, let me hit up Britt, make sure to see what he say. If he wanna save it till Friday, we can do that and shit. Cause I ain't tripping. Hey, what's up? You want to split it up till Friday or what?
Yeah, we can. I'm on everything.
It just won't connect to that.
Yeah, it just won't. Like you ain't got me in a room or something. But and I can hear you.
You can't. Let me show you what I'm seeing. This is exactly what I see on my side. Like you ain't in here. Let me refresh mine. All right. And I'm gonna refresh mine real quick too. Hold on, let me see. And maybe it's some type of. Oh, there you go. Let me see. Can you hear me? Okay, Brett. All right, I think we good now, y'all. Hold on, let me copy this over right here. Yeah, I can hear you now. Hell yeah. Hold on. Copy this link. Go back to the share. Yeah, I think we good now. All right. Damn, boy. This is definitely the ovens and kitchens. Hold on, I'm adding you back to the thing right now. All right, hold on. It's gonna take a second for you to pop up. All right. Oh, okay. What's up, Positive Vibes? Thank you. The bottom of the page. Okay, I'm gonna make sure we hit that up. All right. Thank y'all for y'all patience through the struggle. Hey, is what it is. Drake's responded the following day with the fart part 6. There, Drake doubles down on his statement, claiming that Lamar's children was fathered by Mr. Free. And why isn't Whitney denying all the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? Dave leaving heart emojis under pictures of the child. And like, if Dave Free really fucked your girl, oh yeah, we already went through this trash. And reiterates his claim of domestic abuse. I don't want to fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. This nigga, you can tell he ain't never really like had to go back and forth, like, cause like I said, did he throw how many jabs and shit when he was going back and forth with Meek Mill? Did Quentin Miller write for him? Like, did that sound like it was really was them two songs really going?
Like all of it was Quentin Miller from what I gather from that last little shit that we just read in this document. I'm 100% certain that Drake had nothing to do with that back-to-back track. It was too many bars in there.
Really? Wow. Let's see. It's not in your nature. Drake states that he expected the alleged defamatory statements and not like us. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and that's
basic. This is like basic rhyme schemes that second graders learn. Collected, dissected.
And this, I think what his weird ass fans don't understand. They'll be like, "It's rhyming. What you mean? If somebody else had to say that is something else that people don't get. It be like intention behind the rhymes. It be a whole bunch of going, and it sound empty. Like it sound empty and stupid, and it sound desperate. It sound not well thought out. It sound like I'm gonna just rhyme a whole bunch of words together, and hopefully people be like, oh, he's spitting. No, bitch, you are not spitting. This is very trash. This is trash-tastic. This is craptacular. And denies them only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never look twice in no teenager, but you are like, you literally on you on stage doing it. What are you talking about? Like that's what's insane. You are on stage. You would have did better to be you would have been better to not have ever dropped push-ups. Your life would be so much better right now if you had just never dropped push-ups. And shit, when he said that the fuck the big three, it's just big me, you should have just been like, Baka, is he talking to you, Baka? I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything but either, Baka. That's what you should have did. You'd have been perfectly fine. But no. And I thank you for that, because you're about to be out my life musically. When I go to Target, all sorts of, hopefully you will be out of everybody's life forever, especially if that Little Caesars visit is made. The track also contains further references to violence, and then he said only fucking with Whitney's, not no Millie Bobby Brown. I never look. First off, you was texting this motherfucker, and what Whitney have you been connected to? You have not been, unless you trying to tell us you on cocaine. That's the only other Whitneys I know outside of out of Whitney Houston, and the only reference to Whitney mean cocaine. You ain't touched nobody else named Whitney. Matter of fact, when last time he been connected to a lady of any outside of the low age ones? When has he ever been connected to be in a relationship with anybody?
That's a good question. It hasn't been since like
Serena
or somebody.
Every week, Future got a brand new baby mama pop out of the shit. Everybody else got all sorts of, at minimum, they creating broken families. You ain't doing nothing with no ladies that we know of. Not nobody that can drink alcohol, at least. The track, legally. That's the important part there. Because he was like, I do kick it with girls. She's drinking alcohol right now. Legally, bro. Is what I'm trying to tell you. They got a driver's license and shit. Let's see. Where we at? The track also contains further references to violence, including I'll slit your throat with the razor and bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass is in extreme danger. I don't remember none of that shit being in that.
What song was that? What song was this shit?
This was in the part 6?
Oh yeah, I ain't listen to that shit. I definitely hear no throat getting slashed with no razor.
Y'all
lines.
remember hearing some shit like this in that song?
Stuffing bullets in chambers. I don't remember that shit.
Your ass is
in
extreme danger. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody believes that. When did he say that though? Wow, that's trash. That's like
you can't even make that shit sound hot in the X voice. Bullet stuff in the chamber. Who the fuck stuff bullets in the chamber? You know what I'm saying? What?
Your life in extreme, dang. Your ass is in it. Why? You should have said life. Your ass is in it. You don't even sound like you talk like that. You don't talk like that.
Your ass in extreme danger sound like you've been hanging with Felice Johnson.
Yeah.
That's what it sound like.
Hey, it sound like Ray J wrote that shit with the booty goons. That nigga Drake was on the ChatGPT. I need something really gangster. Something's really gonna be scary. And ChatGPT was like, okay, but nobody's gonna believe this shit. But here you go.
Really, remember that video he had where Drake was doing that to somebody? he really did throat slit shit. He really believed the shit from a kid.
This nigga, wow. C, Not Like Us is a massive commercial and artistic success. Lamar is widely perceived to have won the rap feud. Ultimately, I do think Kendrick did come out on the superior end of that quarrel. I.d., we can say Kendrick has won. This is all in the RJN example. That's a New Yorker article asking, has there ever been as clear a loser as Drake? And I'll answer that for you. No, there's never in life. In anything. Not in anything ever. Example X, New York Times article noting Lamar's unofficially winning a high-profile diss war with Drake. Damn, the New York Times, the New Yorker, these is like real life. These people went to school to write these articles and shit. These motherfuckers got like, they got real life writing English degrees and shit. Not Like Us has also been a massive commercial and artistic success. It has been heard or viewed nearly 6 billion times. Okay, the last time I seen a McDonald's, that's how many damn hamburgers they done said it so. And was the best-selling rap song of 2024. Okay, we can't. I almost missed the footnotes. Thank you, Teresa. I almost skipped over them hoes. Baca refers to OVO member Baca Not Nice, who was arrested in 2014 on human trafficking and assault charges and convicted of assault in 2015. Lamar's 2022 album was titled Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Wow, Baca. Wow. Let's see. Hold on. I think we got a new member in the house. What's the business, Miss Heated Female?
Shut up, Miss Heated Female.
Welcome to the struggle. Punch and Pie is in the membership. Go check that out. Thank you so much for joining the struggle. Let's see. It said multiple records, including most single day streams for a rap song in the U.S., the fastest song to reach 300 million Spotify streams, and the most streamed song in the 7-day period with 96 million streams. Within the first week of its release, Not Like Us debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 list and ranked first on YouTube's weekly top music video chart from July 4th to August 4th, 2024. It has maintained its popularity. On October 7, 2024, Billboard reported that the recording had reached 45.4 million in total audience impressions on radio. It has also been used in over 1,300,000 videos on TikTok. Rolling Stone deemed it the biggest moment in music this year. The song, recording, and video of Not Like Us were collectively nominated for 5 Grammy Awards as voted on by over 13,000 music industry peers. You see how when they announced Fraudry had that bullshit ass Billboard Awards, they didn't say they didn't include who voted on that, because the 4 motherfuckers in the back don't count. as voted by over 13 music industry careers. But for future reference, I think all award shows is bullshit. I don't give a fuck who win. I'm just glad Drake getting his ass whooped. I just need y'all to know so y'all don't ever come back and be a hypocrite thinking I'm a hypocrite and shit. I'm just glad it's being used for good of stumping out Drake. Just need to put that in there, you guys. Including record of the year, song of the year, best rap performance, best rap song, and best music video, and won in all 5 categories. Cause we can't never forget that motherfucker who sung that song, the damn sweatshop, or what that damn the thrift store. That motherfucker won a Grammy.
That's very true.
I didn't trust it before then, but I sure damn didn't trust it after that shit. A broken clock can be wrong twice or some shit. I don't know how that saying go. Legal standard. To survive a motion to dismiss Rule 12b-6, a complaint must be pled enough facts to a complaint must plead enough facts to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face. Okay. See Bell Atlantic versus Toombly, 55 U.S. 554 570 in 2007. That's a case between Bell Atlantic and Toombly. The court can credit only well-pleaded, non-conclusionary factual allegations. It must disregard legal conclusions. Ashcroft versus okay, hold on, y'all. In certain circumstances, the court may. If this is getting too much legal jargon, we trying to get to the Drake getting embarrassed and shit, not the actual law shit, okay? Because he gonna lose anyway. But it's a whole bunch of facts where it looked like a bunch of cases where Roth or Ibercool or Bellin versus Zucker, somebody, and Kramer versus Time Warner. Apparently, these motherfuckers tried to pull some bullshit ass Drake shits, and they lost. And they are noting here all the other cases where these motherfuckers did some bullshit. Let me see. Here's some words I recognize. Of documents that provide necessary context for a defamation claim. Berlusky. Okay, we don't give a fuck about that shit. Courts in this district have observed that there is particular value in resolving defamation claims at the pleading stage, so as not to protract litigation through discovery and trial and thereby chill the exercise of constitutionally protected freedoms. That is, in defamation cases, Rule 12b-6 not only protects against the cost of meritless litigation, which is what this is meritless litigation, but provides assurance to those exercising their First Amendment rights, that's what Kendrick is doing, that doing so would not needlessly become prohibitively expensive. All right? Drake fails to state a claim for defamation. All right? Omar Pena, appreciate you for that super chat. It says, he had that Fox and Sox rhyme scheme on that shit, didn't he, though? Didn't he? He always got some bullshit ass rhyme schemes too and shit. Especially, you can tell the ghostwriters done evaporated and shit. Like everybody done left, and he's sitting there. He was like, "Well, guess I have to go back to what got me here, my Dr. Seuss books." Drake fails to state a claim for defamation. Drake, who had no concerns using UMG's platform to publish slurs about Lamar during their rap feud, now claims that Not Like Us is defamatory. These allegations, which are directly aimed at chilling legitimate artistic expression safeguarded by the First Amendment and New York law, people, XLRAR, Rhetorical versus Cloud Books. I was on the road too, sounding good and shit. They gonna fuck me up with all these other extra words. Are meritless. Drake fails to state a claim for defamation because Not Like Us conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole, not fact, and because Drake cannot adequately allege that UMG acted with actual malice. To succeed on his defamation claim, Drake must establish a defamatory statement of concerning the plaintiff, 2, publication to a third party, 3, fault, 4, falsity of the defamation, and I'm at the footnote. Drake contends that the lawsuit is not about the artists who created Not Like Us. Bullshit. nonsense, as discussed herein through this lawsuit, is baseless against any target. It is plainly about Lamar's lyrics. Listen what they said. They said that is nonsense, as discussed herein through this lawsuit, is baseless against any target. It is plainly about Lamar's lyrics. Drake's repeated insistence to the contrary does not make it so. Instead, it betrays his recognition that his true battle was and is with Lamar. Shout out to the lawyer for not putting no words to fuck me up through that great read. Statement 5, special damages and per actionability. Rappaport, okay, we back in the legal shit. Whereas here, the plaintiff is a public figure, he must prove that the allegedly defamatory statement was made with actual malice. That is, made with knowledge of its falsity, or with reckless disregard of whether it was false. The alleged defamatory material is non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole. That's A. To be defamatory, a publication must convey fact, not opinion, or rhetorical hyperbole. See, so okay, we got to go through here. I'm going to skip all the case names and shit. I'm going to try to do my best. Expressions of opinion as opposed to assertions of fact are deemed privileged and no matter how offensive cannot be subject of action for defamation. And really, Briss, we need to be writing this shit down because they gonna come for us one day. And when and I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna be saying all this shit. I'm like, look, I'm about to read y'all verbatim that case that punk ass Drake put in here. Whether a statement is fact or opinion is a question of law for the court, and we have all said that it is our opinion that Drake is a hoe ass bitch. Now, it's fact that he got peed on, though. And in my opinion, he a hoe ass bitch for getting peed on and not doing shit. Opinion mixed with some facts. I'm just saying. Let's see. Whether a statement is fact or opinion is a question of law for the court. Question of fact versus opinion is appropriately raised at the motion to dismiss stage. To distinguish assertions of facts from non-actionable opinion, New York courts analyze whether the specific language in issue has a precise meaning which is readily understood, whether the statements are capable of being proven true or false, and whether either the full context of the communication in which the statement appears or the broader social context and surrounding circumstances are such as to signal readers or listeners that what is being read or heard is likely to be opinion, not fact. At its crux, the question for the court to resolve as a matter of law is what a reasonable person hearing or reading a statement would make it to mean. In this assertion, context is key. The Court of Appeals of New York has consistently focused its analysis on the overall context in which the complained of assertions were made. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all better be glad I'm not a judge, cause I'd have got this whole piece of paper. I would have read the first part. I'm like, oh, y'all ain't shitting on Drake no more. So if y'all just want Drake to lose, right? All right, y'all win. Case dismissed. And I would have closed this shit about 50 pages. No, 5 pages ago. Cause we on page 18. Oh, we almost done. We on page 18. This includes
32?
Huh? Yeah.
Of 32?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, this is why I ain't do good at school. Like, it would start off real strong. I'd be excited and shit, and then I'd be like, I don't give a fuck no more. Let's see. That's why they front loaded it with all the good shit though. This includes both the immediate context in which the disputed words appear, as well as the larger context in which the statements were published, including the nature of the particular form. That's from Brian. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be skipping that. Courts must look to the tone of the communication, its apparent purpose, and the setting in which it was made. So, that right there is a very powerful statement.
It was made.
This was in the middle of a rap battle. Both of them motherfuckers were saying crazy shit about each other. So, in the context of it, Drake said some crazy shit. Then Kendrick said some crazy shit. Then Kendrick said some more crazy shit. And then Drake said some bullshit. Then Drake said some bullshit, and it was over. Okay. It was just two motherfuckers saying shit to each other according to the law, according to what's in the law. When Drake started this rap battle, he started throwing accusations. Kendrick responded with likewise stuff. It just sounded way better. And then Drake lost. That's what this is. Two people is throwing opinions about each other back and forth. One person's opinion sounded like pieces of shit doo-doo, and the other one sounded like gleaming literary accolades of greatness. And that's what Drake mad about, according to these lawsuits, okay? A statement's tone and apparent purpose, which the purpose was to battle back in the rap battle, may signal that it is not conveying an accurate factual assessment offered by a disinterested observer, meaning the average person didn't even. How many people you done met was like, oh, I just heard about that Kendrick Lamar. Most people didn't know what the fuck was going on. People that ain't of the culture and shit didn't know what the fuck was going on. They singing not like us. Was like, oh man, oh that Drake, he's a pedophile according to Kendrick. Oh, these songs are crazy. And they just going about most regular people just going along with their day. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because this is just a rap battle, right? Right, Drake, a rap battle that you started. Right? So where's this?
And Drake also I'm pretty sure Drake also signed a petition that said rap lyrics should not be used in court cases.
Because it's just rap, right? It's just art. That's why you signed it. You said it was just art. It was art when you said that when Kendrick was beating his wife and that his kids was Drake free, right? Ain't it right? Because you fouling this mean he should be able to foul against you. Because all he said was ain't no big three, nigga. It's just big me. You took it to some other shit. So according to this paperwork, you did it first. So I'm really not understanding why are you wasting all your money on this paperwork for some shit you did first. It really, to be honest, if Kendrick was a bitch, he would have did this shit months ago. He would have did this shit after you first brought up people's families and children. But he's not. He's not a bitch. And he just was like, I'm a rap back. Oh, and we saw with the Far Part 6, you clearly didn't know how to do that. And here we are now.
This is I know this is so bad that in between you reading this, I had to come up with a prayer at the end because I had to make sure that everybody leave here. You know what I'm saying? Cleansed.
Thank you. Because we are drenched in the piss of bitch assness Drake. We have vicariously been pissed on through Drake reading this bullshit, and we must be rinsed in the clear waters of Lake Minnetonka, aka a dark man X brisk prayer. A statement tone and apparent purpose may signal that it is not conveying an accurate factual assessment offered by this disinterested observer. Okay, I already read that struggle sentence. Whether tenor is rambling, speculative, or often escalates into hyperbole. And I ain't go front. I be saying you don't need lawyers for some shit, but this is what you need lawyers for. They need to reference all these previous cases that set precedent for what they had to say. So lawyers out there that I didn't, all them times I said it, for everything you don't need no lawyer, but for this you need one. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if I had turned in this paperwork from UMG, it would have said page 1, Drake is a bitch ass nigga, the end, and then it would have been over. That would have been my whole proposal. And it would have been nothing like this. Likewise, the broader context informs whether a statement is reasonably understood to convey actual assertions. Even apparent statements of fact may assume the character of statements of opinion when made in public debate, heated labor dispute, or circumstances in which an audience may anticipate the use of epithets, fiery rhetoric, or hyperbole. Wow. You see right here, this is letting y'all know, this is letting us know that Drake, you were in a public battle in which this is just a part of it. Nothing that is said by the general public will be accepted as 100% fact. When you say, and it's quite obvious, Fraudry, when you said that Kendrick beat on his wife and Dave Free is his child's baby daddy, nobody believed it. We was like, we don't believe it. We don't believe it. When Kendrick said the shit he said, unfortunately for you, people went back and looked at old video and was like, oh wow, he really did do that shit. That's crazy. That is crazy.
And that's the thing, because like I was oblivious. Like when all this came up and they were talking about, I was like, Drake with kids, what they talking about? Then it was hella videos for us to go back and watch. Hella evidence. There was no evidence whatsoever of Kendrick doing any of the things that Drake said he was doing. And that's another reason why Drake took such a big L, because everything that Kendrick was saying, you can go find the receipts.
Yeah, nobody, just like what Britt said, most people heard what Kendrick said and was like, I'm sure the majority of people, especially people that just, and most people is nowhere near that. We are a special group of motherfuckers who know who Ebony Prince is, okay? The average American has no idea or nothing like that. So the first time they heard Kendrick say that shit, it was like, no way. So Drake, they didn't even believe it initially until they took their ass on YouTube and just all these videos popped up with you doing shit that was said. Okay, motherfuckers made whole documentaries about you having motherfuckers, the young teenagers drinking in the back of your damn parties and shit, and TikTok stories of motherfuckers regaling us the tales of being 17 and shit, drinking alcohol with you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you are trying to say that Kendrick said some shit and everybody believed it was true. No, Kendrick said some shit, and then people was like, no way. And then they went on the internet and was like, oh shit, yeah. Oh wow.
Damn, I was unaware of this.
Unaware. Hey, Barbara, you need to listen to that To Pimp a Butterfly. Now, look, you're gonna feel a little guilty for us being white, but it's a great record. You need to, because I didn't even know. He just informed us. Yeah, Drake needs to be on that Neighborhood Watch according to YouTube and Ebony Prince. You need to follow them on Twitter. Let's see. I think I did say that. This is another footnote. It says, alleged defamatory statements must first be viewed in their context in order for courts to determine whether a reasonable person would view them as expressing or implying any facts. We just spoke about that. Emphasis omitted, and this was Rappaport versus Barstool Sports. I remember, what's his name? You know that white dude.
Was that Michael Rappaport?
Yeah. When he was going against them, they was going back and forth because they was making jokes about him and saying shit about him and shit. I forgot what the specifics was, but it's crazy they referencing it. I do remember when it went down. Based on the context and statement that is capable of being proven false may still be non-actionable opinion. All right? And yes, Drake, it is of, a lot of people's opinion, mine, that you was a bitch ass motherfucker. And by the grace of the sweet Lord, Kendrick's music has awakened the rest of the world of this to have the same opinion based on your own actions. But these are just opinions based on your actions. All right. Now, I want to start this sentence off correctly. And it went way back up here likewise.
I just glanced at something in the chat. I must have missed out on some piece of conversation.
What's that? What did it say?
What is it? Sun-Kissed Musing they said he has herpes and beat his ex-girlfriends. I'm not sure who that was talking about. The comment under that was like, wait, what? Like, I ain't never heard that about anybody that we talk about today. So that'll be straight news to me.
That's a rough combo right there. The hell
Damn, pumps in the bump. Pumps in the bumps. Damn, that is wild. Oh, shit.
not the pumps in the bump. Goddamn. Oh shit. Pumps in the bump. Oh well, yeah. Let us know who y'all talking about with this bitch, because I don't remember them lyrics if it was in anybody's song.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's
Shit.
them some Tasha K accusations right there, buddy. Let's see. Alleged defamatory statements by Shock Talk hosts did not state a claim for defamation, as they would not have been taken by reasonable listeners or factual pronouncements, but simply as the expression of views in the crude and hyperbolic manner that has over the years become their verbal shock trade. See right here, this sentence saved me from the pizza party shit, Briss. No reasonable person would really believe that I'm gonna go to Little Caesars upon hearing of the ending of the life force of Fraudry bought at his own hands and order a stuffed crust supreme Detroit style pizza with extra sauce on top and Pepsi product of my choice with the little pepperoni cupcake things they got up there, and 2 orders of cheese bread, 2 crazy sauces, an order of crazy bread for my wife. Come home, turn on my computer and my camera, log into YouTube to live stream me eating this feast in celebration of said act in the first sentence. No reasonable listener would take that as serious. So we 100% protected. That's a lot of shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Who would do that? That's like saying R. Kelly with hog tie. Why would he hog tie? But Little Caesars, you be on alert. I believe my order will be being placed hopefully in the next year. I'm just saying. Consistent with that observation, the New York courts routinely hold their tone and context, render allegedly defamatory publications non-actionable. See Bryan 600 Northeast at 1129. Allegations the plaintiff was involved in an illegal conspiracy non-actionable because they were published in op-ed pages where there is a common expectation that articles will contain considerable hyperbole, speculation, diversified forms of expression, and opinion, and because the predominant tone of the article, which was rife with humor, speculation, and seemingly tenuous inferences, furnished clues to the reasonable reader. Reasonable, that means they do not post in Drizzy, that the article was something less than serious, objective reportage. All right? That's what we hear. That's what we do here at the struggle. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do here at the struggle. Ding. Statements alleging a permit application was as fraudulent as you can get and smells of bribery and corruption. Not actionable, as the statement was made at a heated public debate using colloquial, y'all know that word, in loose terms. What's that? What was it again?
I messed it up too. Colloquial. I can't say that word.
And they just that's a word you got to study for. We ain't damn Aquila and the bee up in this bitch. The recent case of I ain't gonna lie, I hated watching that movie. I was like, I'm dumb than a motherfucker and shit. These motherfuckers know. I should know these words. How am I struggling?
I ain't gonna lie, that's when I first found out it was a science to spelling. I thought you just memorized all them spelling words.
Hell yeah, I do for real though. I gave up. Expedite. It's actual patterns to that shit that you can use and shit. It's called sounding shit out and asking questions, which we clearly are not doing here. The recent case of Rapport versus Barstool Sports is particularly instructive. Their actor, and I'm glad they're going into this because I remembered hearing about this. Actor Michael Rappaport alleged that statements by Barstool Sports accusing him look, I'm gonna have to look up this word. I've been saying this word a few times, not knowing what the fuck I was saying. Shit. Yeah, for real. Oh, it's Latin.
Why the fuck they put Latin shit in English? Why the fuck why they gotta do that shit? If everybody talking English in this damn shit in court, ain't nobody speaking Latin in court. That shit pissing me out. I don't like it.
So we can go to jail and not know why. But they say it was you. Didn't you read the paperwork? I'm like, I tried. But it wasn't a Google. I couldn't Google the shit. It says among other things. I'm gonna be honest. That's not saving a lot of letters. Them hoes could have just used among other things and shit. That's what it mean. They could have used they could have look at this how long that is and this how long this is. I'm gonna be honest. They just kind of, you know, that's kind of unnecessary. If I was a judge, I'd be like, look, bitch, I might put you in contempt of court for trying to make me look stupid if you keep doing this shit. All right. Among other things.
Or also.
Oh yeah. Oh. One word. Also, my gosh. You on thin ice, buddy, whoever wrote this shit, of having herpes. Oh, that's what y'all was talking about. They alleged that Michael Rappaport had herpes and abused his ex-wife. I'll be honest. Y'all know me, I don't put nothing past nobody, all right? I wonder, we got to see how the case ended. Let's see. Including, hey, they really didn't like that nigga to put that shit out there.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So Michael Rappaport with the pumps and the bumps. That's what was going on.
Oh, shit.
Really was out here wilding.
Hey, for real. Including several statements in a 6-minute diss track in which defendants rapped a constant stream of insults and slurs about Rappaport against a backdrop of unflattering video clips and images were defamatory. Let's see. It says, the burden rests with the plaintiff to establish that in the context of the entire communication, a dispute statement is not protected opinion. He has to fraud you. You got to be able to prove that, and you can't. You can't prove it. Let's see. Oh, the district court rejected the claim as a matter of law. So I guess this is Rappaport trying to say, hey, these motherfuckers saying I got herpes and I beat my girlfriend. That's defamation. But they said they rejected that claim as a matter of law. They said the statements were largely laden with epithets, vulgarities, hyperbole, and non-literal language and imagery delivered in the midst of a public and very acrimonious dispute between Barstool defendants and Rappaport that would have been obvious to even the most casual observer and published on social media, blogs, and sports talk radio, which are all platforms where audiences reasonably anticipate hearing opinionated statements.
And you made a very good point earlier, Super, because that whole first sentence right there, the statements, all the way up into that imaginary, that's exactly what we do on this channel.
I'm talking about how many times I done gave y'all the imagery of Baki and Drake cuddling each other in the shower, rubbing each other lovingly and shit while whispering sweet nothings in each other's ears about being on motherfucking damn a sexual offender list together. Probably dozens.
Because I'm sure going to be like, Your Honor, all this shit is laden with epithets.
Nothing but epithets that this was laden with, as my lawyer Brisk has said. Delivered, and this was delivered in the midst of a public and very acrimonious dispute between us real niggas and bitch ass niggas like Drake. And the judge gonna be like,
we're gonna make sure we reference this.
Let me notate this part right here. This is 117824. ID star 735. Yeah, we protected now, nigga. See, y'all, we ain't need no lawyer now. We got all the shit we need. Let's see. The second court affirmed Rappaport 2-3, holding that the district court appropriately considered that the statements at issue were made in the context of a hostile, vulgar, and hyperbolic feud. At 4, in which the use of epithets, vulgarities, and hyperbole function as a strong indicator to the reasonable reader that the statement is not expressing or implying any facts. I'm be honest. If somebody be like, yeah, that's why that motherfucker got herpes and beat his girlfriend, bitch ass motherfucker, you just gonna be taken aback. You be like, oh my God, But you ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think. But my question is, how Tasha K kept saying she had paperwork and saying that shit was true. She just wasn't joking. She was like, I got paperwork and that shit 100% true, and she lying. That's why her ass got cut in the grass and shit. But as long as you saying some shit in a way that don't sound real, look, and this the most important shit I ain't even think about, Briss. Who gonna believe a nigga who claim he a grown up in a room full of toys?
Right. That is not a reasonable thought.
It's not a reasonable thought. You know what I'm saying? The average person is not gonna believe that a nigga like myself will use my Pizza Hut points at the date of Drake's expiration from the earth to get a medium stuffed crust pizza with the little cup pepperonis that they have now, they nasty ass breadsticks that they got, and the new motherfucking damn thin crust pizza that they flip over and call it a calzone. Nobody would believe that I'm gonna make that order at the time when nigga, this a transformer. I wouldn't believe a nigga sitting up with a damn transformer and a damn picture of a Drake getting beat by a cartoon motherfucking Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, and Super talking about the Transformers from the 1980s.
They ain't even the recent motherfuckers. You know, I myself might be stuck in some damn Arrested Development somewhere in this bitch. See, Briss, we protected. So shout out to the pizza party people. We gonna have that party. Wink. Shout out to the law. Empath VB said, did we read the footnote of concert video and Millie? Hold on, let's find that. We go search for that. Let's see.
Concert video.
Let's see the word concert. Let's see if that's in here. I didn't spell it right. Concert. All right, this searching. All right, here we go. It says, we showed didn't. It says, news articles covering that's why Teresa kept telling us the footnotes and shit. My dumb ass was skipping it because it was all small language and shit, and I was just being lazy as usual. My apologies to the crowd. News articles covering video of an adult Drake kissing and fondling a 17-year-old at a concert. See, when you got that type of footage, when somebody say something, if they can go back and find footage like that, that's what make it believable. Because you got footage, you doing shit like that. Do you see fraudery? Are you understanding now why this piece of paper? You see how, and they rebuttal to you, they say, hey, hold up now. You do know the shit that was in the song. This motherfucker is evidence that he did this shit, though. I'm just putting it out there in legal terms. It says, news articles covering criticism of an adult Drake's friendship, quote, unquote, with Millie Bobby Brown when the latter was 14.
Damn.
Wow. I'm aghast. It has also been widely reported that OVO member Baka Not Nice was arrested, and they mentioned again, it was so nice they had to say it was so not nice they had to say it twice. Was arrested in 2014 on human trafficking and assault charges and convicted of assault in 2015. Yowzers.
It definitely sounds like a case that is weird.
Very weird. And it would make the reasonable person question, why is he around? Why? Human trafficking and assault charges?
Yeah.
And it looked like he didn't learn his lesson. He was arrested in 2014 for the human trafficking. He had assaulted somebody in 2014, then turned around and convicted of assault in 2015. Wow. Toronto Sun article. Okay, Lamar references this history in Not Like Us, and Baka got a weird case. Why the fuck is he around? Certified lover boy? Question mark. Certified pedophiles. All right. Okay. Shout out to y'all for not letting us leave no Lucy's. If it was some other good footnotes, let us know. That was insanity. All right. They still go hard on this motherfucker. Oh, this is great. This is great. Let's see. What channel was we on? I mean, page we was on. Okay. Hustler magazine. Oh, that's a long footnote. Okay, here we go. All right. Concert. Goddamn. That was page 23. Did we skip ahead? Let me go. What was that dude's name? Rappaport? Michael. Let me see if we can get to Michael. Damn, I ain't never been able to spell Michael. How you spell Michael? Is it M-H?
H8R. I know it looked backwards to me.
Wait.
Nah.
Barstool. I can spell Barstool. Let me go to Barstool. Let me find it. There we go. Here we go. Them folks out there like, these niggas really can't read. Fuck Michael and fuck Jonathan's too. It's too many different ways to spell Jonathan's and Michael, and I always guess wrong. Or I just spelled them completely wrong in the first place. So we went there. All right, here we go. All right, this is okay. Reinforces not like us. Career, authenticity, brand. Second, okay, yeah, this is where we was at. The Second Circuit affirmed, holding that the district court appropriately considered the statements at issue were made in the context of a hostile, vulgar, and hyperbolic feud. I didn't pronounce that shit about 18 different ways. Who knows which one was right?
See, my was like hyperbolic chamber.
Yeah. Shout out to Goku. I think we said this already. The conclusions apply equally here, considered in context as required. Not like us conveys hyperbole and opinion, not facts. Looking first to its tone, the 4 1/2 minute rap diss song track, which is one of the first songs I done heard with like 3 whole verses in about 50 years and shit, consists of a series of epithets, fiery rhetoric, and hyperbole. Let's see. Endemic to the rap genre. Okay, what they are saying here, bitch ass fraudry, is this nigga made a classic rap song that was a diss in response to your horrible disses. He made a great, wonderful, very energetic, well-written diss that was well thought out and planned out and also educational in response to your bitch ass hoe ass songs. All right. In meaning, in the context of this shit, everything he said was just music, bitch. It was just music, you dumb bitch. Not surprisingly, given the context, the record. Oh, I think I need to put these around when I call them a bitch too. That way we protect it according to these things. You bitch ass hoe bitch punk ass motherfucker bitch, you Drake. Looking first to its tone, the 4 1/2 minute rap diss track consists of a series of epithets, fiery rhetoric, and hyperbole, endemic to the rap genre. Not surprisingly, given the context, the recording reflects a considerable degree of anger and resentment, and exaggerated vitriolic words pervade the recording to attack all aspects of Drake's life, including his career, authenticity, brand, relationships, and character. Exaggerated imagery in the music video reinforces that Not Like Us is not intended to reflect factual analysis. For example, the video opens with Lamar whispering to a clown and he sees dead people. Wow, that make you look dumb as fuck, Drake. It's just ain't it Tommy the Clown? He's just telling you just said, but listen to I hope they mention this, because I remember at the end of Family Matters, you said you dead, and he was just reminding you that he sees dead people, meaning he sees yo ass, who is the one that's dead. Or maybe he was referring to himself that you said he was dead. But I don't know if the boogeyman is supposed to be a dead entity that comes back to life or just a living entity. But either way, you ended up being a dead motherfucker at the end of this shit. A nod to the film The Sixth Sense, implying that hyperbolically that Drake has been defeated in a rap battle. So yes, they were saying that she was dead and he see your punk ass. The video also shows Lamar beating an owl pinata with the disclaimer, no OV hoes were harmed. As to the diss track video specifically, the court had no difficulty finding that the video offered in the midst of a hostile public feud and containing exaggerated vitriolic words and imagery attacking rappers, career popularity, relationships, appearance, age, and legal troubles, conveyed to viewers that the statements in were non-actionable opinion. Okay, during the making of this video, that's what it said. No OV hoes were harmed during the making of this video. And stare down an owl in the cage. This imagery reinforces the non-factual nature of Not Like Us. Indeed, no reasonable listener would require a disclaimer that a pinata is not literally Drake and his bitch ass crew. The imagery is satirical and vitriolic. All of which signals to the audience that the video does not convey sober factual analysis, aka meaning you have to become drunk off of Drake's jizz to think anything in his lawsuit is even worth us even reading this shit. Okay, I'm talking to you, Drizzy Reddit and Sackademic fans and people who thought that any of the songs on this bullshit ass sexy songs for you hoes sounded good. Likewise, the album image of Drake's Toronto house is obviously doctored, further underscoring the non-factual nature of Not Like Us. Okay? Because, let's be honest, how is it going to be 27 sexual offenders in one place and that house wasn't immediately raided? You know what I'm saying? Of course it was just a picture, and we only really needed one for Baca. Yeah, 1.5 for you, Fraudry, maybe 2. But he didn't do that. He put a bunch of them because, hey, y'all running flocks, all right? But what? Can it be a flock of owls? Because it could be a flock of birds. An owl is a flock, so they run in flocks. Again, no reasonable viewer will believe that the image of Drake's Toronto mansion with 13 sex offender markers is real. God damn, 13? You just weird ass nigga, Drake.
I bet it means something though. It's probably 13 cases that somebody got.
Definitely, yeah. Something with the number 13. He didn't. Kendrick just don't choose numbers randomly and shit. That
hell no.
Yeah, that means something. The image is hyperbolic and exaggerated, conveying opinion, not fact. Example: Hustler magazine versus Falwell, rejecting the claim arising out of the magazine's outrageous artwork depicting television minister in a manner that was patently offensive and intended to inflict emotional injury where the speech could not reasonably have been interpreted as stating actual facts about the public figure involved. All right. The broader context also reinforces that Not Like Us is non-actionable. Not Like Us did not engage out of thin air. It only exists because you told them to make it. That's the only reason that song exists, Audrey. You made the song. You made that song. You made Meet the Grams. You made U4. You are the cause of the existence of these songs. Don't you fucking get that, bro? That's what they're telling you here. These songs are responses to shit you did and asked for. You created these, not artistically created. You don't have the artistic level to create them like that, but you sparked the brain of a creative genius to fucking beat your ass, genius and artistically. The broader context also reinforces that Not Like Us is non-actionable. Not Like Us did not emerge out of thin air. It was Lamar's culminating diss track in one of the nastiest lyrical warfare rap feuds in recent history. It followed the release of 7 preceding tracks in which Drake and Lamar hurled increasingly vitriolic allegations at each other, including Drake's slurs that Lamar's son was fathered by someone else and that Lamar cheats on and physically abuses his fiancée. If ever there were circumstance for the audience to anticipate the use of epithets and fiery rhetoric and hyperbole, this is it. Goddamn, man, we only on 21. Moreover, assessment of the broader context makes it clear that Not Like Us relates to well-known controversies that Drake himself acknowledged and perpetrated. Let's see.
We finishing this tonight or Friday?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to go and knock it on out. It's cause there's so much other shit we gotta talk about. Friday gonna be jam-packed, dude. A whole bunch of shit going on, bro. Let's see. Statements not actionable. I think we're gonna run back into some legal jargon in a little bit, though, hopefully. Statements not actionable. Considering the overall context in which the statements were made, a reasonable listener would not have believed that the challenge statements were conveying facts about the plaintiff rather than opinion, because the statements were based on facts that were widely reported by Western New York media outlets and were known to the listeners. Statements that the plaintiff was a criminal and engaged in criminal conduct. Oh, this is about that case, the Glasso versus Saltzman. Were not actionable where listeners were familiar with the issues in the dispute with the respective sides' positions. Facts and criticisms concerning Drake's relationship with minors predate Not Like Us and have been widely reported. Noting that Lamar is indicting Drake for years of rumors and speculations around his misbehavior around minors, and that Millie Bobby Brown is one of the things that most people are aware of when it comes to Drake and the rumors around him. She talked about texting Drake when she was, a minor. They are saying,
She did say that.
yeah, they are saying, Drake, that he just brought up shit that everybody been saying forever. You know what I'm saying? Notably, Drake himself called on Lamar to invoke these allegations in tailor-made freestyle, released before Not Like Us, in which he had Tupac's AI-generated rap voice that Lamar should rap about Drake liking young girls. In the Fart Part 6, Drake also affirmed that he understood Lamar's statements in Not Like Us to refer to the Millie Bobby Brown controversy, stating that this Epstein angle was the shit I expected, and only fucking with the Whitneys, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never looked twice at no teenager. Clearly, Drake himself understand that Lamar's lyrics refer solely to well-known issues, taken together with the fact that Not Like Us was released in the context of a combative and vitriolic rap diss battle. It would be obvious to even the most casual observer that Not Like Us is not an accurate factual assessment offered by a disinterested observer. And we read that. That's when we skipped ahead and shit. Let's see. Okay. In sum, the tone and broader context in which Not Like Us was released makes plain that the recording, video, and album cover convey rhetorical hyperbole and opinion not based on anything beyond controversies that have been widely acknowledged, including by Drake, his bitch ass self. Drake fails to state an actionable claim for defamation because he's a whore. Drake cannot, now we on B, that was just A. B. Drake cannot allege that UMG acted with actual malice. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm interested in this part. Drake's defamation claim fails for the independent reason that, as a matter of law, he cannot allege that UMG acted with actual malice. A public figure can only prevail on a defamation claim where clear and convincing evidence proves that a false and defamatory statement was published with actual malice, that is, with deliberate or reckless falsification. The element of actual malice in a defamation claim focuses primarily on what a defendant knew or believed at the time a purportedly false statement was made. To survive a motion, I'm gonna pick that up later, but it says here, Drake alleges that statements in Lamar's Euphoria, including "Don't tell no lie about me, I won't tell no truth about you, and I know some shit," imply that any future allegations levied by Lamar against Drake will be based in truth and undisclosed fact, not rumor or opinion. Bitch, these statements are plainly too vague to ascribe such content, and Drake omits the full statement, which is that "I know some shit about niggas that gonna wanna look like a saint that has nothing to do with this case, but rather refers to the rap artist Gunna, who is criticized for allegedly snitching in a criminal case. Drake likewise understood this jab in the same way, rapping on Family Matters. Can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. Wow, stupid. Drake again ignores the broader context that both parties traded these sorts of jabs. For example, Drake and Family Matters claimed with respect to his own unfounded allegations that your darkest secrets are coming to light. He makes similar assertions in his Part 6 rapping, what about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations, you damn ChatGPT rapper? To survive a motion to dismiss a defamation, plaintiff must allege specific facts that plausibly evidence actual malice in a clear and convincing manner. Courts recognize that in certain circumstances, such as works of fiction, parody, satire, the actual malice inquiry must focus on what publisher subjectively intends to convey. Dorkin versus Hustler magazine. For example, where the speaker intends his statements as outrageous parodies or caricatures, there may be no consciousness that the speaker is publishing something false, because the speaker does not think he is publishing a statement of fact, and therefore lacks subjective knowledge or recklessness as the falsification of a statement of fact required to show actual malice. See the Hope versus Hearst Corp. Okay. Affirming dismissal of defamation claim where no bias for contention that defendant intended satirical articles to convey defamatory facts. And that's Miss M. Paget Inc. versus Penthouse. It would seem too simplistic in the case of fictional or satirical work simply to question whether the author publisher had the subjective intent to publish a falsity, since such works are not intended to convey truth. So basically, when motherfuckers talking shit, motherfuckers is talking shit. Y'all was shit talking back and forth to each other. And it is what it is. You just so happen to coincidentally have video evidence of the shit that he said about you. That's all. And if that's the case, where are the falsitivities, my friend? If he's saying some shit that you can see online, where's the falsitivity?
And it was a little up there. It said when Drake said he had never not looked at a teenager twice or something like that. He looked at that girl on stage more than twice.
Not only did he look at her twice, he then asked, "How old are you?" And she said 17. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm about to do something illegal. Fuck you being 17. Your titties are rubbing up against my arm, and I like it."
So he did that.
He did.
He
that.
really did that.
He did that. He did that shit. Then later on. In one interview, they asked him about, he's like, "Yeah, I don't ask girls. I don't do that bit anymore. I ask girls to come up on stage anymore. Yeah, I don't do it. I'm pretty sure you don't." It's one of the only smart things I never heard you say you stop doing. It would seem too simplistic in the case of fictional or satirical work simply to question whether the author publisher had the subjective intent to publish a falsity, since such works are not intended to convey truth. I just said that. Let's see. Alleged defamatory statements by a participant in the world champion wrestling match not actionable, as they do not contain the necessary consciousness of falsity, because the speaker did not think he was publishing a statement of facts. So too here. There is no basis for a claim that any person at UMG had the subjective intent to publish false factual statements about Drake. UMG released a rap diss track conveying fiery rhetoric and insults, not factual assessments, much less false ones. Now listen to this, not factual assessments, but much less not false ones. So we didn't think anything he said was facts, and we released it on purpose for shit to fuck you up. But if it was some whatever we released, we most definitely didn't intend to release any false shit. Okay. UMG engaged in the same conduct when it distributed Drake's Family Matters. You hear that, Drake? This is really where it just needs to stop. UMG engaged in the same content when it distributed your song Family Matters, in which Drake rapped about Lamar engaging in domestic abuse and is not the father of his own son. Much like parody and satire and hyperbole, exaggeration and insults are endemic in rap, particularly in diss tracks. Rappers know that their lyrics are exaggerated and non-factional. That is a part of the craft, which, Fraudry, you don't know a part of the craft because most of your craft has been written for you. The actual malice question is therefore what UMG intended to convey. Okay? And Drake has not alleged any specific facts plausibly evidencing in a clear and convincing manner that anyone at UMG intended to convey or indeed believe that the public would understand, not like us, as conveying anything other than what it was, incendiary diss track, you slut. Drake fails to state a claim for harassment in the second degree. Drake further asserts a criminal claim for harassment in the second degree on the theory that Kendrick Lamar issued a call to violence against Drake and not like us with threats of violence. Didn't he just say in that damn song he was loading up the clip?
He did say that.
That nigga said he was loading up the clip and he was go come after that asshole or something along them lines.
He said that. He did. He did say something along the lines.
First, there is no private right of action where a penal... Is somebody knocking? Oh, you going to the gym? Man, what time is it? Man, you're going early. You were supposed to go at 9. Oh, okay. Love you. Drake further asserts, okay, y'all messing me up. I'm supposed to went to the gym with my wife to have fun and shit. Drake further asserts a criminal claim for harassment in the second degree, see New York penal law, on the theory that Kendrick Lamar issued a call to violence against Drake and not like us with threats of violence, and that the song thus amounts to incitement. This claim fails for multiple reasons. First, there is no private right of action. Where a penal statute does not expressly confer a private right of action on individuals pursuing civil relief, recovery under such a statute may be had only if a private right of action may fairly be implied. That's MC Hammer versus AKC. I don't know if that's MC Hammer, but it's A Hammer versus AKC. This requires considering whether creation of such a right would be consistent with the legislative scheme, which is not the case when there are alternative enforcement mechanisms. Gotta be honest, I don't understand what that means. Section 24026 does not satisfy this test because nothing distinguishes it from every other run-of-the-mill criminal statute that lacks a private right of action. Rarely is there a private right of action under a criminal statute. As a general rule, when a statute is contained solely within the penal law section, the New York legislation intended it as a police regulation to be enforced only by the court criminal jurisdiction. Drake has made obviously factual claims about himself and his own music, including that he has connections to organized crime and has been involved in mob hits. Now, with that being said, they said Drake has made obviously non-factual claims about himself and his own music. Now, was he around what's his name, Jay Prince and shit? Sure. Did he do any mob hits? Hey, there are, there's some XXXTentacion fans that will likely disagree with this. But what they are saying, though, is the average person would not believe that Drake does any of this because the average person can see his bitch assness, okay? So they are saying Drake has made obviously non-factual claims based on the casual listener understanding the shit if we go by what else is in this shit. Here's a rhyme that I'm sure he didn't write. It says, I fuck with the mob and I got ties. Lot of ties. Knock you off to pay their ties. Doo-doo. And
I didn't know Jay Prince and them was a real mob. I thought that was like just the name of their organization. I didn't know.
we can make another video about a whole lot of stuff that goes into that. There's that's one of them where there's smoke, there is fire type situations. We'll get into that one day. And we reviewed the video where they had the reference track for Mob Ties. He didn't write Mob Ties in any fucking way. You're a piece of shit. Let's see. As with other criminal statutes, the fact that second-degree harassment is included in a penal law giving police officers the ability to enforce its provisions means that a private right of action is inconsistent with the legislative scheme. Armadas versus Mara Loaded. God damn, it's a bunch of court cases in the world. Courts therefore routinely hold that not create a private right of action. Oh, wait. Courts therefore routinely hold that does not create a private right of action, according to these cases right here. And you can see these cases and these cases and these other cases, okay? Even against William Gottlieb Management. When Gottlieb, ain't that Drake's lawyer?
I thought so. It's too many names, man.
It is. It's a lot. Even if this statute did have a private right of action, the harassment claim would fail. The statute requires that UMG act with intent to harass, annoy, or alarm Drake. The statute requires that UMG... Oh, okay. So it says... let me reread this because I'm starting to understand now. The statute requires that UMG act with intent to harass, annoy, or alarm Drake. They just push the button. They just push upload on the fucking song. There was not no intent to harass or annoy or alarm Drake. Drake needed to be alarmed when he fucking dropped his first damn diss record and aimed it at Kendrick and knew that his time was near. NY penal law. Oh, okay. But at most, Drake merely asserts an intent to devalue Drake's music and brand in order to gain leverage in negotiation, which is not an intent to harass Drake. We'll say that again. Drake merely asserts an intent to devalue Drake's music and brand in order to gain leverage in negotiations, which is not an intent to harass Drake. And regardless, this allegation is speculative, conclusory, and illogical. Drake does not even attempt to explain how a contract with Drake would be more profitable for UMG if Drake was devalued. He does not even attempt to explain how a contract with Drake would be more profitable if UMG if Drake was devalued. Meaning, he said that all he said was they trying to devalue me so that they can have better negotiations in our negotiations or whatever, a higher stance, but didn't explain how that would work. So your lawyers fucked you on your first when they filed this lawsuit if they didn't explain how that would happen. They just said it. I remember we read that shit. It just said like, oh, they just trying to devalue me so that, you know, the negotiations go different. How does that work? This is great. I'm loving this shit.
You should see. I was today years old and I realized there's absolutely no way I can be in legal. I can't be a lawyer. No, they've been saying the same fucking shit every goddamn page for the first 26 fucking pages. Yeah. The motherfucker ain't got a goddamn case. How about that shit? That shit ended with the first fucking paragraph, and they keep just bringing up the same fucking shit over and over again that this motherfucker is stupid.
Sustained. Yes, you are correct.
God damn.
This is some bullshit, okay? But hey, this is why the pen is mightier.
I agree.
Than the sword. This is why, not cause it's just smart and shit, but motherfuckers get tired of reading this shit and you be like, you know what, you won. I don't even give a fuck. You won. Yeah, I don't give a fuck no more. That's how you win the legal law. You just write a whole bunch of shit so the person give up.
They killed me already.
I'm dead. I'd have been engaged. Okay, how much is the court fees? I'll pay him $30. Oh, $30,000. Okay, I'll continue to read. Drake. Oh, we already read that shit. Moreover, Drake's allegations are contradicted by his allegations that UMG had the opposite incentive with respect to re-signing Lamar. See also Cosby versus Russell. Okay, this footmark ain't got no good stuff in it. So I'm going to skip that. Furthermore, Rule 24026 does not prescribe pure speech, which is what is the issue here. Indeed, if 24026 did prescribe speech, then it would be struck down. The New York Court of Appeals has invalidated multiple laws that purport to criminalize harassing speech. Wait, hold up. They said they have invalidated multiple laws that purport to criminalizing harassing speech. So are they saying you can even if it is harassing, you can still do it? All right, that's make sure I'm in New York next time I want to harass somebody via speech. Hey y'all, this whole podcast has been filmed from New York since day one, just so y'all know, okay? It's kicking it up in whistle. Let's see. Facially invalidating harassment statute that criminalizes any communication that has the intent to annoy. Facially invalidating harassment statute that prescribed any abusive language intended to annoy. Next, even if Drake could surmount these obstacles, his claim would still fail because he could not meet the constitutional test for incitement in any event. Under the First Amendment, incitement can be prescribed only where the speech is directed to inciting or producing imminent lawless action and is likely to incite or produce such action. There are two requirements. The speech must be both intended to produce and likely to produce imminent disorder. Okay? Neither is satisfied. First, even accepting Drake's nonsensical theory that UMG wanted to devalue his brand, Drake never alleges that UMG specifically intended to cause violence against him, and in any such allegation will be utterly implausible. Second, the lyrics of Not Like Us are not likely to incite or produce imminent lawless action, unless you're talking about dancing your ass off as happiness and just vibing out. Unless you count that as lawless action, you're coming with some bullshittery. Or even qualify as speech, which alarms or seriously annoys. Nobody is annoyed by Not Like Us except for the Drake drizzlers, and I don't even think they annoyed. We seen Academics, that was his #1 song on his Spotify.
How? We seen Drake that don't give a damn about it either. He ain't annoyed.
He wasn't annoyed. He said congratulations to the young brother for getting awarded for the song. He said, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I quote, he said that. It is a rap diss track. Drake attempts to contort violent metaphors in the lyrics into incitement. Like the sound of someone being beaten up, the recording repeats wop, 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 wop. Please don't tell me that's what he put in his shit, his original lawsuit paperwork.
He said wop wop, Your Honor. He said wop wop wop.
And then says Lamar will fuck him up. But as explained above, hyperbolic and metaphorical language is on par for the course in diss tracks. Indeed, Drake's own diss track employed imagery at least as violent, such as gunshot sounds, and the lyrics, you're dead, there's nowhere to hide. I'll slit your throat with a razor. Who the fuck say some shit like that?
A person that can't rap and don't understand the fucking culture. That's who say shit like that in the rap battle.
I'll slit your throat with a razor. ChatGPT wrote that.
This is crazy. I didn't even know he said that in that song. That's so wild.
I ain't know he said no bitch ass shit like I'll slit your throat with a razor. No, you won't. Nobody believes that you'll do that shit. You don't need. I
know what he was talking about. He was talking about he was shaving with one of them real razors, and he like cut his shit right there. He was like, "Oh, I slit my throat."
I slit my throat. That's exactly what it is. And you said a real razor. I'm gonna say it's that pink razor that my wife used to shave her legs. I believe that's the same razor he used, because you can't forget this is the other vaginal option right here, and these is the, you know what I'm saying. We can't forget that. All right. Let's see. Appreciate you on that super chat. Drake read this and said fiddlesticks to Now Drake definitely says fiddlesticks.
I can see Drake.
I can definitely hear him saying fiddlesticks. Matter of fact, let me write down fiddlesticks.
Hey, Drake dropped Family Matters, and he was like, yeah, 31 minutes. He was like, what? Just dropped a fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks.
The fucking sticks are fiddle.
Kendrick keeps fiddling my sticks.
He said, wop, wop, wop. You heard him. He's hitting me.
He's at Baka.
He's advocating violence.
Baki, I need a massage. But below the belt, if you know what I mean. Let's see. I need you to fiddle my stick, Baka. That's what I need you to do. Let's see. That's Drake saying it, you guys, not me. Let's see. He said, I'll slit your throat with a razor. Then he said, yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass is in extreme danger. That shit. Look, no offense to the LBGT community. I'm sorry, but that's gay. Okay. Not the two men making sweet love kind of gay. I think gay people would say that sounded hella gay. Why did you even say that? Okay. In short, as with the defamation claim, Drake seeks to chill a form of artistic expression that he himself has embraced. Courts have rejected far stronger claims of imminent lawlessness action than the rap diss track lyrics. Statements that if we catch any of you going in any of them racist stores, we're gonna break your damn neck was protected speech, even though subsequently shots were fired into the home of boycott violators. Wow. Finally, Drake fails to allege, because he cannot, that the UMG acted with no legitimate purpose in publishing and promoting Not Like Us. The phrase no legitimate purpose means the absence of a reason or justification to engage someone other than to hound, frighten, intimidate, or threaten. Smart People versus Stewart. Here, Drake expressly alleges that UMG motives with the respect to Not Like Us were financial. Seemingly recognizing this deficiency, Drake alleges that while his initial motive was financial, UMG lost any legitimate purpose to continue its course of conduct in the face of Drake's public and private denials. But this is cursory legal conclusion. Drake's denials about the song have nothing to do with whether UMG motivations were solely to hound, frighten, or intimidate or threaten, which by Drake's own admissions, they were not. He said the shit was financial. But then you trying to come with some second degree harassment, but you said the shit was about money. Which is it motherfucking one Mike or Uchiwala? Make a decision, nigga. Number 4. Drake fails to state a claim under NYGBL. Finally, thank God they said finally. Shit. We on page 28 too. Woo, this was a long ride. Finally, Drake purports to bring a claim under. Hey, this is like when you was at church and you knew the preacher, you knew when they started humming in the background and shit. You be like, hell yeah, this shit over, man. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Visitors right here. That's how my visitors.
Yeah. Finally, Drake purports to bring a claim under New York general business law, which he asserts UMG violated by covertly financially incentivizing third parties to play, stream, and promote the recording, and then by making materially false and misleading representations of the recording's popularity to consumers. These allegations are entirely bogus, but in all events fail to state a claim. To state 349 claim, a plaintiff must allege that the defendant's conduct was consumer-oriented, the defendant's act or practice was deceptive or misleading in a material way, and the plaintiff suffered an injury as a result of the deception. The centerpiece of this claim was the utterly false assertion that UMG used bots to stream Not Like Us. Drake based this theory on the claim that an anonymous individual alleged on Twitch stream that Kendrick Lamar label paid him via third parties to use bots to achieve 30 million streams on Spotify in the initial days following Not Like Us release. But this claim is then directly refuted by the very source that Drake cites. In the Twitch stream, the anonymous speaker, already a dubious source, because let's be real, you just anonymous motherfucker on the internet. Come on now. Yeah. Let's see. Claims that he was hired by Anthony Saleh, who is Kendrick Lamar's manager. UMG Interscope are never accused. Critically, after UMG notified Drake's counsel of this falsity of Drake's allegation via a Rule 11 letter and accompanying Rule 11 motion, Drake conceded the falsity and agreed to withdraw and corrected the meritless allegation. See Declaration of Roland A. Ransom. Despite this concession, Drake has refuted to actually amend the complaint to withdraw the admittedly false allegation until UMG files this motion to dismiss. Now, here's a footnote. Jason Dunn at the Jabiso Dunn. Jason, I guess this was a tweet. Kendrick Lamar exposed by DJ Sacademics and hacker Epic for bot streams, YouTube, June 8th, 2024, and this is a link to the channel. I wonder is it still up or did they delete it by now? Let me see, cause it'd be very I want to see if this shit's still up. Let's see. The video's still up. The video is still up of Jam Bistic. That motherfucker said, "I'm gonna get these views from this lawsuit. Fuck what you heard." To be clear, UMG disputes the contention that anyone paid for or otherwise used bots to inflate streams are Not Like Us, as there is no evidence of any such stream manipulation, and the record evidence filed in a separate legal proceeding that Drake initiated against UMG, but then abandoned earlier this year, is to the contrary. Now, as you guys know, I don't trust any of these big ass record labels on any levels, and it just says that it didn't inflate Not Like Us because there's no evidence. Hey, y'all know I keep it real no matter what. Fuck fraudry, but these motherfuckers use bots for everybody. Everybody was using bots. Don't get it twisted. Bots was used by everybody. Okay.
And that's what's so wild about it. He talking about that, and then the fact that they was letting the streamers use Kendrick's song. They let them use Drake's song too.
Did the same shit. That's what's it. Now, this is where UMG is UMGing and shit. They like trying to cover their ass with some future shit right here. But either way it go, it was done on both sides. So it don't even matter. And just because it was done on both sides don't mean Drake or Kendrick be the person that say, release the bots. It be the motherfuckers who trying to get paid that release the bots. That's just how it goes, okay? This ain't no specific, Kendrick went about it. No, we talk about the people in the food chain of the music business that get paid from it. The motherfuckers is releasing bots, okay? Fuck what you heard, all right? But let's continue. But the specific claim that someone affiliated with UMG did so is entirely unsupported by the very source Drake cites, all right? Y'all see how they getting very specific. I'm just telling y'all, all right? What is left out of the 349 claim after subtracting the bogus stream manipulation theory is equally spurious. I'm using that word spurious. That's
a new word for me.
I'm putting fiddlesticks and spurious into the lexicon. As an initial matter, all of the remaining allegations are made on information and belief without stating a basis. Therefore, Drake has also received information that UMG engaged in a classic pay-for-play scheme by paying to increase the airplay of the recording on the radio. On information and belief, UMG employed a similar scheme by paying social media influencers to promote and endorse the recording and video. This is, of course, improper pleading and warrants dismissal. Let's see. Information and belief allegations require allegations of fact in support. Information and belief allegations must be accompanied by a statement of facts upon which the belief is founded and cannot rest on pure conjecture and speculation, you bitch ass bitch, quote unquote. Moreover, 349 requires a plaintiff to allege, we on 30, bro, we almost there. Requires a plaintiff to allege that he suffered an injury as a result of the deception. Himmelstein, I'm getting confused now. Now that artificial streaming is out, Drake does not assert that any of UMG's other supposedly deceptive conduct injured him, save for the punitive misstatements concerning the popularity of Not Like Us on the radio. Plaintiff was separately injured as a direct and proximate result of defendants' deceptive acts and practices in the radio industry, because every time the recording was played, Drake lost the opportunity for one of his songs to be played. If you don't get the fuck out of here. But these allegations aren't sufficient. Get the fuck. It's 8 bajillion radio stations across the world. If they can play multiple songs, people didn't want to hear your song though, because it was trash.
Drake over here arguing about market shares because his shit was trash.
Yeah, come on now, buddy. First, there is no consumer-oriented conduct. The deceptive act Drake alleges is that UMG because this is the thing, Fraudry, they would get paid whether your song went on or Kendrick's went on. Do you see how that worked? Do you see how they get paid either way? So why wouldn't they want your song? They would have loved it if everybody liked your trash songs and both was getting. They would have loved it if they had went Not Like Us, Family Matters, Not Like Us, Family Matters all day. They would have loved that. They would have been double the money. But people wanted to just hear the Not Like Us.
And because the fact that Kendrick got a partnership with them, don't they own more of Drake shit? So if Drake music was popping more, they get more money.
They get more money. Now, I'm very shocked that this how you know Drake's lawyers is fucking him, and he kind of very dumb, because there are other ways he could have worded this shit and said shit to where it wouldn't have sounded as dumb as it do. But they didn't, because they fucking him, and he didn't because he's stupid. Okay? I don't even think that motherfucker went back and got his GED. Okay? First, there is, but shout out to the no GED gang out there. It's a lot of no GEDs that are smart as fuck. I'm not saying all non-GEDers are not smart. I'm just saying that Drake, the non-GEDer, is a dumb motherfucker. First, there is no consumer-oriented because I barely got my diploma, my high school shit, barely on the edge. The deceptive act of Drake alleges that UMG marketed the recording as a chart topping, despite knowing that it had paid third parties, including radio stations, to play and promote the recording. You didn't have to pay nobody to play that song. Like, you did it. Like, that don't even make sense. Yeah, no. I could see if the song was trash. I could see if the song was pure trash and did not talk about the most talked about shit going on in music at the time. Everybody was gonna listen to that shit regardless, bro. Everybody listened to your shit. Everybody listened to it and decided, no, I don't want to hear it again. I'm fine. That's what happens for your drizzle fans and shit. And even them going to sleep playing that shit on Spotify didn't do shit for the shit. Because nobody liked it. That matters. Nobody that matters liked it. Okay? Let's see. Now, I see what you not bringing up is how they bought it all your previous punk ass music. I see you ain't had no problems with that being bodied and promoted as chart topping. When that was obviously all super slop that was motivated by the people that enjoyed your music back then was all drunk college kids, bro. Drunk college kids or drunk people in general. They was drunk or high or on the hookah or at a strip club or somewhere inebriated. I don't know too many people that have sober memories of loving your music, my nigga. I really don't. I don't know nobody who just says, you know what, man, when I'm stressed out, I just put on some of that Drake and it just clears my mind. It makes me see things in a different light. Nobody has said that shit. People just say shit like, when I was in junior high, Drake got me through, Drake was fun to listen to. And they got them through it just because it was in the background and shit. Nobody listen to your lies and falsitivities and shit and fucking be motivated. Last name ever, first name greatest. Nah.
Oh, shit.
Hell nah. his complaint alleges only that UMG marks not like us as a chart topping on its website for like, who the fuck they do that every fuck that's like saying, oh, McDonald's don't need to say the big that McDonald's fries is the greatest selling fries of all time on they shit. If that's what's happening right now, if they the best selling fries of the week, how they can't put that on the sign? The song was kicking ass. Why would they not put that shit on the shit? Soon as it dropped, it was kicking ass. I listened to the shit 8 times the first time I heard Not Like Us in a row. Like for real. I listened to Euphoria 8 times in a row.
And them shits won 5 Grammys. That song won fucking Grammys. Every Grammy you could have won, it would.
Everybody, old people in nursing homes was doing line dances to the shit. Fucking, they was playing that shit at elementary school parties and shit. What are you talking about? Of course they put that shit on the website, slut. No disrespect to any sluts out there. Statements aimed at the television and film industry concerning licensing rather than consumers are not consumer-oriented conduct, all right? No consumer-oriented conduct when deception was directed solely at a person's interest in obtaining licenses for the operation of taxi cab. Oh, they talking about this other case and shit, my bad. Hold on, I think we got a super chat. Let me make sure we got that. I don't want to miss none. Oh, Omar hit us with another super chat. Appreciate you. It said, Drake Def got bike handles tatted on his back. God.
Damn. Oh, shit.
I'm mad at you, Omar Pena, for making me have to visualize why that shit was funny and shit. And appreciate the super chat. And Kai said, Drake crying in the car right now. He definitely crying in the car, right? He been crying he had to been crying since last fucking April, like for sure. Like, ain't no way. I promise. He's stupid because you don't look strong coming outside, bro. You look like you trying to I'd have been in the house. I wouldn't have came outside. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Next time y'all saw me, it would have been long enough to where a whole new genre of music would have been out. And they would have came out, people would have been like, hey, how you been, man? We ain't seen you in a long time. And I was like, phew, they didn't say certified pedophile. It's over. Yeah, I know. I was just in the house here. Yeah, you should have stayed in the house. Third, Drake's allegations of injury and causation are lacking. Drake's theory that every time the record was being played, Drake lost the opportunity for one of his songs to be played is wildly speculative and not cognizable. Nor does Drake allege that any lost radio opportunities were the result of any supposed UMG misstatements about the song's popularity, which means that he does not allege an injury that is the result of the deception at issue. For all these reasons, Drake's 349 claim fails. Finally, conclusion. We on the last page. For all the foregoing reasons, plaintiff's complaint should be dismissed with prejudice. All right. And that was the last sentence. Get the fuck out of here. That was the conclusion. For all foregoing reasons, what? And then this guy.
Basically, that's what I said earlier.
That is what you said. All right. Goddamn, we made it through. Goddamn, boy. Now, with that being said, we did all of our commentings during the reading. What did y'all think? All right, now we highlighted all the shit, but I think we've been on this bitch for 3 hours and 50 minutes. Okay, so what we're gonna do is get the fuck off here and motherfucking spend time with our families and shit. But before we get off, let's check out the struggle show poll question. What's the best kind of sleep? Of course, good sex won. I mean, after good sex won at 46%. After a big meal, sleep was at 33%, and road trip is at 12%, and turning up sleep at 9%. But before we get out of here, man, what's your thoughts about this? This was their rebuttal. What? It's obvious Drake's lawyers is literally fucking him in the ass harder than Baca. What should he do next? Like, why is he continuing on? And why does he just give up? Like, it is no way he's going to win this.
Yeah, he need to face his black man. I'm actually tired of this nigga now. I'm being tired of him. I'm just tired. He just can't take an L, bro. Like, golly. Like, damn.
It is insane.
That's why I gotta make sure we get clean before we leave the show up.
We do. All right, y'all. For all the newbies, we usually is pre-entering a drizzy realm, but this prayer that we're about to hear from the dark man Brisk is so that we can all leave here and be able to sleep at night without nightmares. Let's get into it.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the struggle. Like, once again, we're here with this bullshit. You a gangster saying you stuffing bullets in clips. The bullets go in magazines. It's clear you only seen guns in magazines. Stepping into a man's game, you are merely a child. So got to bring up the kids as if you thought you were Rabbit from 8 Mile. Eminem is an actor, and so are you. But Elvis also can rap, which is something you cannot do. Lyrics should not be used in courts, and that's how it goes in this instance. You actually agree with this yourself when you sign the motherfucking petition. Lawry, I'm getting so tired of the fuss. All this just proves you are not like us.
100% facts. 100% facts. Thank you, Dark Man Brisk, for that. I feel cleansed already. The smell of hoassery has been lifted from my clothes. The only thing is left is these nasty ass funk stains because the degree has run out. You guys, as usual, thank you guys for logging in. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the regular chats. Thank you for any likes. Oh yeah, we've been forgetting to beg for likes and shit. We begging for likes right now. Please hit the like button. But we thank you for any likes or any dislikes. All right. We thank you for your view. If you made it through the whole 3 hours and 50 minutes with it, we really appreciate you for hanging out with us. We hope it helped you through your work shift if you was at work, and if you off, we hope we helped you relax and max and things of that nature. As usual, if you got to go to third shift, we hope that you have a great shift. If you got to wake up in the morning, we hope you get some rest tonight and be well rested for in the morning, because my ass got to be well rested off in this bitch. For all your jobs, thank y'all for everything y'all do. You are very appreciated. Everything you do is needed, and we are all needed around this hole. So we appreciate y'all. Anything else that you want to say before we get out this bitch?
Oh, no, everybody be safe and have a great.
Yes, have a great evening. And we'll be back Friday to talk about a bunch of other shit. I want to talk about, Megan Good and Jonathan Majors got married.
I didn't see that.
We gonna talk about Big U. I think he got arrested, or was a manhunt out for his ass. And a lot of people think he may be connected to the Nipsey shit.
They talking about Rico. They talking about Rico about to pop up.
Yes, it's very Rico Suave up in that bitch. And there's other things that we're gonna get into. I'm pretty sure that in the next day it's probably gonna be some old extra shit that we gonna forget about that shit.
I kind of feel like Rico's is in the same boat as Drake's now. I used to think Rico was ironclad, steady, but Young Thug back rapping.
Well, Young Thug had a state Rico, which is different than a federal one, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's why his fell flat, and they was just incompetent. Just as the state of Georgia was as incompetent as, well, I ain't gonna even call Drake's lawyers incompetent, because they pimping the fuck out of him. Shout out to Drake's lawyers for just getting paid for motherfucking foul and frivolous shit for no damn reason, and pimping that motherfucker.
This they Super Bowl.
They sue they kids is straight and shit, or they stuffing all this money up their nose. There's probably a little bit of A, a little bit of B, but yeah, we see you guys on the flip side Friday. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.